Right, Shalom. With the GMS Virginia camp back out here once again to do what we've been called to do, and that's prophesied. Before we get started, like always, we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh. Good morning to our teachers, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth.
This is Proverbs 4:7. It says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom. With all thy getting, get understanding.
Yeah, wisdom is the principal thing, all right? The most important, the most valuable thing you can attain in this life. But with wisdom, you want to get understanding, all right? Now, we see a lot of the prophecies starting to unfold, all right? And now everybody's a fucking Bible expert, end time expert, but they don't have understanding, all right? They know about the Russia, Ukraine, because it's all on CNN. It's all on Fox News. It's all on urban news, which lets us know it ain't nothing but propaganda any damn way, because once something gets blown up on the news like that, it's a joke, all right? This whole Russia-Ukraine thing been going on for years now. But now they decide to throw it in the news, right? So you want to get understanding with everything that you see going on out here. Now, what just happened, your boy Biden just put sanctions on Russia. But the sanctions he put on Russia, that ain't shit, right? And you gotta ask yourself, okay, why hasn't America really put foot on the ground to protect Ukraine? Because they promised Ukraine that they had their back, all right? NATO too, because NATO's been expanding, you know, toward the West more and more, and they promised Ukraine, look, we're gonna make sure, you know, Russia doesn't occupy your territory. But then when shit hits the fan, right? It's teeter-tatter. It's like holding the fence. Meanwhile, people are dying by the day, right? Just got word that there's Jakes over there that can't leave. They're only allowing Edomites to get past the border, all right, to leave Ukraine. If you're a Jake, they telling you to stay your ass there. You can't even get out the area. But you gotta ask yourself, why has America not really done anything for those people when they said they were? Well, I'm gonna pull this article up, because America gets a lot of their oil from Russia, right? A lot of the problems that the Republicans have with the Democrats, one of the major problems is they want the oil to come from America. They want us to stop getting oil from foreign nations, right? They wanted they shut down the Keystone pipeline, right? A lot of things that they did to where we still getting oil from other countries. America's still getting oil from other countries. But one of the main places they're getting oil from is Russia. So if they really wanted to hurt Russia, they would cut ties with the oil. They would cut ties with everything, put sanctions on the economy, the economy, the whole oil, everything. They would sever the whole, but they're not doing that. Which lets us know there's a bigger play on board, right? Which lets us know, even though they're at opposition on some things, they're in unison when it comes to the NWO, right? So let me read a little bit on this. This is it says, I just want to get a little bit of how much oil America's importing from Russia. Like right now, like they just bought oil from Russia recently. This Bloomberg.com. It says Russia captures #2 rank among nations that supply U.S. oil. That's how much oil America has been getting from Russia, right? So you gotta ask yourself, what's really going on? Get that in what is that songs about his enterprise? Yeah. Now you're getting pressure from in Germany, which is part of the NATO. They supposed to help Ukraine too, but guess what they did? Sent them niggas 5,000 helmets. And the leadership of the military over there in Ukraine was like in awe, like, is this like a joke? Is this like this is weird? These niggas are killing us, right? And you see these niggas helmets. But when you look at what Germany is getting oil from Russia too. They have economic ties with Russia, right? So the prophets. That's why I had the brother bring out with all I get and get understanding, because you have Jake. And not just Jake, a lot of these peons in the world, Russia, Ukraine, they don't have understanding of anything because they don't listen to the prophets. So you can't just look at news and think you're going to catch up with end time prophecy. Let me repent because Russia and Ukraine. No. It don't work like that. The Lord gonna come like a thief in the night. Trust me. You got more time to be a nigga. But you about to go through so much sorrow and pain because this shit finna drag out. Gas prices are finna go up as the weeks go by. Inflation's finna go up as the weeks go by.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off. You mean like I tested yesterday? You mean I showed you the receipts? Like I said, man.
And it hasn't even really risen yet. You know what I'm saying? It's about to really go up because you just had off the coast of Ukraine merchant ships getting two merchant ships that got attacked, right? Which was supply. So that's affecting the supply chain right there. And Ukraine is like the number one supplier of wheat to Russia or some shit like that.
I think corn oil, I think it's called corn oil, vegetable oil, one of those things.
Yeah, so that's affecting the supply chain, right?
Yeah.
So before you niggas that's World War III. No. What you need to be scared of is how you gonna be making ends meet in the next couple of months, right? And then they have more propaganda coming with it on the flip side because now you're seeing cyber attacks being put back into people, right?
Yeah.
Now I read another article with let me see if I can find that. I had it pulled over with Russia. These countries, they want to get Russia off of the SWIFT system, which is the system that operates your whole banking system. All right, the whole world banking system is ran off of the SWIFT system, right? So they want to. You got countries that say just take Russia out of the whole equation economically. Why isn't America doing it? Right now, if they do take Russia off the SWIFT system, what is Russia going to be able to do? What do they have to do? They got to go to the digital. They got to pull out that digital currency they've been working on. China just premiered theirs in the Olympics that just passed, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So if this happens, because now they're saying it's growing momentum to pull them off the SWIFT. So if this happens, this lets us know they're playing good game. Squeeze the economy, make living harsher for the people to where they desire a better way, right? It's the NWO, they're all in league.
Can I just back you up? And like I said, the average people, they don't got no choice but to submit to it, man. You know, like I said, they don't got no problem because I just find out so much. I just find out on social media because they believe that share this video, give donations, GoFundMe. They act like this is gonna, help the cause, but it's not. It's just like I said, these people really think they got some type of leverage over, like I said, over these leaders, man. They don't. Because like I said, because again, this is a different generation, man. With the internet, because like I said, they believe that we do the part of the internet that they believe that they can make a change, man. How you say I'm Russian. I don't believe in the fight in Ukraine or Ukraine opposite sides and America saying this and that and with you Ukraine and after Putin and again you get the point what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, all that's gonna be veiled and unveiled or whatever that word is, and basically for naught. So it's
vain.
Vain.
But let me read on this. This is from CNBC. This is an hour ago. Just posted. It says the EU, UK, Canada, US pledge to remove selected Russian banks from interbank messaging system SWIFT. The US, European allies, and Canada agreed to disconnect specific Russian banks from the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Right? Now it's going to explain what SWIFT is. SWIFT is an independent enterprise based in Belgium that serves as an internal messaging system between more than 11,000 banks and financial institutions in over 200 countries and territories. So now they're pledging to remove Russia off the SWIFT system. This is major. This is major news. Because there's only one other option for them to go to. If they really about it, if Russia's really about what they stand on, which they are, because what you gotta understand is the Rothschilds, you go to the Rothschilds, man, they got a central bank set up in damn near every major country. In China, you got something called the Li family. When you pull them up, they look like fucking Edomites. They got that Moabite, but they look like they could be Rothschilds. The Li family, they're in charge of the central bank over there in China, but the Rothschilds oversee all their business. Now, why did China just premiere their digital world? Right, a week before Russia goes into Ukraine. This is all tying in together for the infrastructure of what? The MOTV. It ain't about nuclear war right now. We're not at that point yet. We still have to get the Jacob Structure. That's why you have to get understanding with these things. The next major prophecy we're waiting on is the Quran. And what Russia just did, well, what the elites of this world had to do. Because they've been fucking with Ukraine. So why is it a big issue now? Why did they allow it to happen now? Why is it all over the news now? Because they're going, we'll get there. You got it for me, the Enterprise?
Oh yeah, I got it.
They're about to go with the Enterprise, which is to push this Quran out to change the whole system. Right? That's why we told y'all when you was speaking before we cut the camera on that they're doing away with the whole potion. But that's because we're already in the next crisis. They moved away from that, but look at the crisis that we're in right now. We're in the Ukraine crisis. That's going to affect the whole global economy.
That's why the scripture says that. That's why the scripture says what? That's why the scripture says Esau's wiser than Daniel, man. You know, like I said, he planned this years ago, man. And like I said, it's coming to fruition now. Even though, like I said, he has some ranches on the plans, whatever. It's like, even though the most of those some ranches in the plan, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be fulfilled.
The prophecy said. But meanwhile, the common individual that think they know what's going on, they're just looking at Russia, Ukraine. Oh my God, Russia, Ukraine, not knowing your whole financial system is about to change. Your whole living situation is about to change. You're going to go in your grocery store, this could be next month, and the month after next, and a loaf of bread, $10, $20. You know what I'm saying? they ain't even think about that because their mind is controlled by what he's so telling them to focus on his media. If you see something on the news, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Because who controls the news too? The Rothschilds. What was you about to say?
The price, the inflation is slowly rising now with the food. You know? Everything's more expensive than what it was. I bought out last week. Try to get some chicken wings from the grocery store. You want to pay $10 or $20 for one pack. And like the brother said, with these is all they should at least are pump faking, man. Because now all of a sudden you got all these videos, all this footage of Ukraine getting rocked on. You know what I mean? Why all of a sudden now you can get your hands on so much footage? I mean, everybody just recording it. You know what I mean? Why would you record something if you see a missile coming in? You try to get low, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, just back you up too, because like I said, just what I heard. They was saying that I don't know like how the situation go up, but they said that let's say for example, if it does somewhat try to go back to normal, if possible, if it's not, right, for them to somewhat make everything somewhat back to normal. I'm talking about economy wise, you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong, but they're gonna have to raise up the interest rate.
There's no going back from what just happened because what you gotta understand is those people in Ukraine, their whole living situation is destroyed.
Yeah,
the whole economy is destroyed. Now if they do raise interest rates,
that's not just for America. Why? That's not with the inflation.
In America, to try to balance it out.
Balance it out. I'm just mad with that. That's what I heard. I ain't saying it's true.
No, they're talking about that in March. They said they're supposed to raise the interest rate. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You got that piece of it?
The book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to perform their enterprise, which is what? The Quran, right? Like we were speaking about last night with your truck. When you look at a lot of these end-time movies, they'll show you driveless trucks. Tractor-trailer trucks that's driving themselves, that's moving from, they don't have people driving. That's what they want to achieve. This is the shit this madman wants to achieve. That's why he ain't supposed to rule the earth. Because he's out of his fucking mind. He wants selfless driving cars, everything to be on an AI system.
Electricity, no gas, basically no basically no gasoline cars, think about it. Like I said, these major companies, what do you think at first, it was hybrids, half gas, half electric, but now, like I said, they're trying to push that, again, going all electric, because these average peons, because they believe they can help the environment, which is not the case, man, because now, since you're dealing with electric, now you got to deal with more problems, it's going to be more repairs coming out of your pocket, man, they don't realize that, man. But again, this is what we're heading to. Like I said, Jim already made a commercial about it. Ford already got that shit.
Look how close we is to the power system, man. Look at all this. It's not a coincidence. All right, you just had the conjunction with Pluto. All right, and the last time last time that conjunction with Pluto was visible from America, it happened in 1776, right? America declaring their independence, all right? And the time before that was the fall of Rome, during the fall of Rome, you know? So the Lord has given us signs to let us know that we're at the end of this man's reach. They think it's the beginning of something, the fourth industrial revolution. They think it's the beginning of their enterprise, but we know it's actually their demise. Because who's behind the curtains? You know, puppeteering Biden and Putin, right? Where the brother posted a picture, I think I posted where they all had the Freemason meeting.
Yeah, kind of.
They're all together as far as, you know, this whole beast system, because they all have to answer to the Rothschild. And it really is that simple. Because even when you go to that TV show Game of Thrones, you know, I always bring this analogy up, but in the Game of Thrones, you got the Queen of Dragons, you got the Stark family, right? The Lannisters, everybody's fighting for rulership on Earth, but they all have to answer to the Iron Bank. Nobody, they fight each other, but they're all scared of the Iron Bank. You know what I'm saying? Who's funding both sides, right? Now, you speak on nuclear power, the top two countries with nuclear capabilities is who? America and Russia. Guess who owns 80% of the uranium that allows you to build nukes? The Rothschild. So that lets us know who supplied Russia and America with the means to build nukes. They're financing both of these guys, right? Now, it's going to be something that happened, right, to where Russia is going to say, fuck America. I don't want any dealings with this bitch. And members of NATO is going to say, fuck America, get them the fuck out of here, right? And they're going to shoot nukes. And it's not far-fetched, because look what they just did. They basically, Russia and America just sacrificed Ukraine. Here it is, Russia's been fucking with Ukraine for years. They've been on their territory. They've been had soldiers going out there. They've literally been going to Ukraine doing military drills for the last couple of years. And America was supposed to have their back, so now they just, all right, we got y'all Ukraine. Then when shit really go down, they sacrificed Ukraine for the NWO. They said, we're gonna use you niggas, the Ukraine crisis, to further, you know, further our agenda. Die Ukrainians, babies, rape. They already said them Russian soldiers out there, them Ukrainian women. They said them Russian soldiers going through it. You know what I'm saying? For you people that hate rape, what's going on right now at a major level in Ukraine.
Oh yeah. By the way, like I said, they can't escape because all the aircraft blew up. You know, on top of that too, you know, the planes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Now they're putting up a little good fight, but at the end of the day, it ain't. It's done. You through. You through. You know what I'm saying? This is the times that we're in, man. So we have to be getting our mind right, redeeming the times. When brother get that in Ephesians, redeeming the times, baby. We gotta be redeeming, not like these niggas in the world. All right, Keisha and Ray on the comic board. Oh man, Russia! I try to tell y'all, Russia, Ukraine, it's the end of the world. Nigga don't know what the fuck. That's the same thing these niggas did when the potion was instituted. Now every nigga became a fucking prophet. Oh, this the MOB. The potion is the MOB. Niggas that don't read the scriptures, they don't study the scriptures, right? They don't know and you can't just at the last minute see a major headline and think, oh yeah, let me get right. This is what niggas are going. No, it ain't gonna work like that. The Lord gonna catch you niggas like a thief in the night. You niggas are not studying to show yourself approved, man. Even with us in this truth. When we get knowledge, like you shouldn't just be watching a brother's video and then taking the knowledge. If a brother brings out something informative, you need to go do your due diligence and look up the situation that actually happened. You actually research so you have understanding. And then you won't just come out here and just be mockingbird of what you just heard. You actually have the full understanding of what's being said. Right? That builds you up. The scripture says, study to show thyself that you be a workman, not ashamed of what you're talking about. Right? It ain't all about the knowledge, but you want to know what the hell what you're talking about, especially with a prophet, because the Lord is building us to be leaders. All right? People gonna need answers.
You don't want to be a parent.
You don't want to be a parent because somebody really knows something about what's going on. You can say, you can bring up a topic like, oh, let me say this, and he'll be like, well, go into it. And you really got to go into the details of that. Because you're just a mockingbird, you love stuff. Well, let me let you hear a video that I learned from. You know, you got to do your due diligence. You got to put time in with the Lord, man. You got to actually sit and study, man. You know, you got to help.
Yeah, this is Ephesians 5. I'll start at 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
These people are fools, man. They go wherever the wind blows. You know, really, Esau controls these people's minds. They wasn't concerned about no Russia and Ukraine until they hit major news. He can get these people to think about whatever the fuck he wants them to think, and that's not even the bigger picture right now, man. This whole society is about to be hard living out here, man. Especially if they raise interest rates like the brother's talking about. That's going to really crush the economy, man. You know, but people don't know what the fuck going on because they're fools. You can't be listening to Kodak Black all damn day and then see in the shade room Russia and Ukraine beef and then think you know what's going on. It don't work like that, man. You have to be engulfed in this truth. You have to be engulfed in this knowledge. You have to be constantly supping with the Lord so he'll give you more wisdom and understanding know what's going on. Right? That's why the elders were telling some certain brothers don't get too excited with the Russian Ukrainian because this ain't that yet, man. You don't they in control of the earth, man. Job 9:24. These motherfuckers are way steps ahead of what you seeing. If they let you see something, that means they already on to something else, man.
I was trying to find. I seen it. They snuck something in. They passed something. I can't remember exactly what it is. Hopefully I'll find it before the camp over with. But while all that was going on, he was doing something else on the back of him. That's, you know that old saying that when they say, what does the devil do? He likes to have you look at his right hand because his left hand is doing something. You know what I mean? I got a couple. Verse 17, it says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding.
Now, don't get me wrong, though. This is a precursor to World War III. Don't get it twisted. Because what they did, they can't take that back. They've already severed time. Now Ukraine knows America's a bitch. All right, whole ass sucker nigga. Can't be trusted.
That's
Right? And now Ukraine knows Russia is I'm through because Russia right here been fucking me up. And I got to do what Russia say or I'm going to just die. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely is a precursor to World War III. We're just not there yet. And then you have China, right? They done flew. Taiwan said they done saw 9 aircraft in their defense area. So now China's about to make their move on Taiwan any minute. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, basically what's going on, the Lord has prophecies happening simultaneously. All right? You do have World War III brewing up, but also you have the MOTB infrastructure being built right before your eyes. Like the brother was just mentioning the whole Canada thing. They're about to bring the digital ID with the Canada thing. And what brought that upon them? The trucker strike.
Dang.
So they got all these, and you think that wasn't set up too? Come on, man. Come on, man. He had his hand in that too. He financed that shit. Right? He took made the CEOs of these companies ain't look. We pay certain guys to be the lead. Who's the manager of the floor that I want him to lead a strike, right? And push the word out through the rest of the companies. And they push it on the social media. The rest of the numbnuts follow the false flag. That's how he works, man.
Hey, and the fact is, like I said, that I forget whoever it was that froze the truckers' bank accounts. Oh man, they're going to show you, man. Like I said, they got defeated. Sure. So, like I said, all that posts, we can not get set up, but I'm just saying the ones that was legit. I mean, that's how they actually try to fight the cause. Was again all for vain.
Yep.
All they had to freeze their bank because you think, like I said, you can't protest forever. Sooner or later, you got to go back home. You gotta work. Yeah, you gotta work and shit like that.
Niggas ain't rich. That's why you out there striking. You was rich, you gonna be out there. You know, John falling, these motherfuckers think you about to make a change. Just like the last year, the year before last, with the Capitol building. That shit was set up too. That shit was set up. They had the nigga in the fucking Simpsons.
Yeah.
They had a nigga in the Simpsons with the same dress like the nigga that broke
exactly
in
like the same war paint on. Same pants. Remember, you had the weird looking pants.
Same
had the orange shit on.
Yeah, here it is. You didn't see an event on your Facebook.
Oh, that's right. I'm a proud American too. You know what? I'm calling out next week and I'm going up there.
Hey, right? And you don't follow, you know what I'm saying?
Back in Ephesians 5:17, it says, wherefore,
when the scripture say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, that means he has control of it. Money supply, he has control of everything that you need, everything that you see. If he don't want a protest to happen, it ain't gonna happen. If he don't want a strike to happen, it ain't gonna happen. Not on his watch. He'll give you Black Lives Matter. He'll give you the civil rights movement. But he gonna set up the leaders of that shit. He'll give you a protest. Yeah, he'll give you a protest, but he gonna set the leaders up. If it's an actual natural uprising, oh, then he can quell that easy. He can shut that down without even lifting his thumb. You know?
So you just get in Canada by
Yeah.
freezing their country.
Just freeze your goddamn accounts if you really want to stop it. If you really want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You need money to do everything. You know what I mean?
And then throw you in jail for help.
Or he'll just fucking, if it's something like something real like us, that's why he hates the truth, because with these other so-called black movements, you can buy a nigga with a Snicker bar, some Cheetos, and go infiltrate Black Panther.
That's true, though, that's true.
Right?
Make weed legal.
Yeah, he gonna lie on his brother. Because you know they ain't pay this nigga that much. But he gonna get Fred Hampton murdered and shit. But you can't do that with the truth, because we know there's spies amongst the Hebrew Israelite movement. We know there's agents, but guess what? The elect is of the Lord. So just like you have agents amongst the camps, you got wicked niggas in the camps too. So who gives a fuck? We know it's Judas's. Somebody gotta be Judas. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, here it is, the Lord sat and ate with Judas. Not just at the Last Supper. Judas was around him a lot before the betrayal. And the Lord already knew who Judas was. You know how much patience and how much, man, that's on a whole nother level. To be around a nigga, you can see in the future, this nigga's a backstabbing, wretched nigga. And you just, hey, shut on, man. Keep pushing. And you feed him, you teach him, right? You hang it with him. Like, he don't know that you know this nigga. But you just wait. The Lord waited until his time to be the sacrificial lamb to let Judas know. I knew who he was on the Lord. That's why when he sat down, he said, that you must do, go do it quickly. After months of being around him, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, don't forget, remember when Yahshua said, he said that, when are you going to betray me? And then, Jesus said, is it me? Just imagine you said that in your face like that. Yeah, knowing they like, damn.
But even before that, he already, he wasn't even first card.
Of course, but I just, just see them from an art perspective.
I mean, we would have been assault that nigga out. Then they would have went in for that shallow uppercut. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with you, nigga. Nigga, I can see the future, nigga. I see your bitch ass in the future betraying me. But with the truth, we understand somebody got to play the lot of Judas. So you're going to have agents, you're going to have wicked niggas that fall out, that's in this shit for the wrong reason. Don't get mad at that. Somebody got to play that role. You know what I'm saying?
That's the truth before the truth.
Yeah, not everybody can be the elect. That's why you got bug out camps, you got, the scriptures tell you about the different churches and the different doctrines, men came up. That's nothing new, that happened in the ancient times. You had those men that those vagabond Jews that had rose up, those Israelite guys that rose up teaching their own doctrine, trying to cast out demons. And the demon told them, look, we know Yahweh Shine Paul. Who the hell are y'all? Right? Because the demons know who the elect is and who ain't. They knew, okay, y'all saying Shalom, but y'all ain't the elect. So y'all ain't got power over us, nigga. And then the demons beat their ass, butt naked. They ran out of there with no clothes on. Demons fucked their ass up because they try to cast out demons. So you gotta be careful for you wicked dudes in these camps. It's gonna come a time to where you're going to be tried, man, and you're going to think you're going to have the Spirit of the Lord with you, and you ain't. It ain't going to work. It ain't just about putting on the garment on. It ain't just about learning these breakdowns. It ain't just about cutting Christians. If the Lord don't put the Spirit on you in that day of trouble, you are going to die a brutal death. A brutal death. The Lord can take the Spirit away from you. He can increase your faith just like the elect. He's going to increase their faith in that time. He's going to put a spirit of protection upon them. You wicked niggas that had garments on thinking y'all right because y'all show up to camp every week. Let's see what happened in the day of trouble. The Lord may put a fear demon on you. You start shivering and sweating blood and you take the fall. Because you're not in control of this, man. The Lord is. And you don't even know how much mercy the Lord has imparted unto us. We repent, but you don't know the Lord can have a limit on your mercy. That's why you're supposed to be, we persuade men by the fear of the Lord. You don't know how many times the Lord said, okay, I'm going to forgive him this many times, and then I'm going to cut it over. You don't know how much mercy you've been allowed. We ain't deserving of none of this. Our righteousness that's filthy rags. You know what I'm saying? Don't think mercy means you can just repent as much as you want and you'll always be forgiven. There may be a camp, That's why it's about growth, fighting. The Lord sees you trying to overcome that. Guys think it's a goddamn game. They think it's a time to exalt themselves and sit in thrones, right? How the hell you gonna sit on the fuck? How the hell are you having a throne birthday, whatever the fuck you wanna call it, and the Lord ain't even get his, and he ain't even get his kingdom yet. You still got heathens ruling on the Lord's earth, and you sit here got time to be exalted. Where are you niggas' brains at, man? You worse than the 2/3, cause you know the truth, at least you know most of it, right? And you still doing nigga shit, man.
Ephesians 5 and 7. I'll start at 15 from the top. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise."
Yeah, when you're circumspect, you're alert. You're always watching, right? Jake ain't watching for shit. They waiting on, they looking at Kanye West shit, whatever the fuck Kanye West doing this week. He do something every week. That nigga's the biggest distraction.
It's had a doc on Netflix.
Yeah, that nigga's the biggest distraction in black culture right now. He do something different every week, and Jake be all engulfed in it, right? Dumb shit. Jake ain't alert. They ain't watching. So shit gonna take him by storm, you know? That's what I said, look, y'all ain't gotta worry about World War III yet. You niggas, hey, it's about to be a lot more pain and judgment. The world finna bring y'all through the worst time on the face of this planet. Major death and judgment. You ain't getting off that scot-free. That nigga think a nuke gonna hit the ball. He just get burnt. Nah, nigga. You gonna go through pain and sorrow. You gonna lose your loved ones. You gonna lose your kids. You gonna lose your sanity. A lot of you people on antidepressants and medicines, I'll be delivering this shit, I know. You'll be surprised how many of these fucking Americans are hooked on some type of drug. When the economy fails, you're not gonna be able to do it. Nigga gonna lose his goddamn money. Take him off the antidepressants and the shit that's keeping him somewhat sane, and nigga's gonna turn into a joker. Madman. There's gonna be a lot of them running around out here. The Riddler, you know, Penguin, from Batman.
Snapping out at the old thing. Flip.
It's gonna be all hell out here, man. And you niggas deserve it. Because you don't want the Lord to come back. The only reason you got a little fear on you because it's Russia and Ukraine is because you want America to continue. You ain't further than the day of the Lord. We want shit to blow up. We want shit to get shut off. We want cyber attacks to happen. You know? You can come to us and be like, well, what are you gonna do when that happens? I'm gonna put my faith in the Lord. That's what I'm gonna do, nigga. I ain't gotta be ready. You ain't gotta get ready if you ready. We ready in the Lord. You can't prepare for something you don't know what's coming. You just gotta have faith in the Lord. That's why we tell you people that stalk up, you preppers. You got these shows like Doomsday Preppers. It'll be a regular Edomite that you think is a Joe Blow, but this nigga got a house in the country somewhere, and he got a shelter in the backyard. Under the shelter, he got a little mini bunker. Enough room for him and his family with a couch down there, a bed, right? And he got just shit of food. I seen one, the lady, she was racking up on insulin for her diabetic kid. She's like, yeah, I got all this here, but I gotta make sure I keep racking up. Hey, you can prep all you want, but you don't know how it's gonna come. You don't know when it's gonna come. You don't know where you're gonna be when it comes.
And just on top of that, like I said, and then again, like I said, they don't, like I said, because just back, like I said, even supplies not gonna last long. Like I said, it may good months, something like that, depending on the situation. But ultimately, though, America's gonna be destroyed, and so you see your bucket the whole time, you're gonna get new.
Sure.
So again, it's a lose-lose situation.
But even the people that do have supplies that last decade, 10 years, because you got end time food. You can look on the site, they sell that shit. Big bad. And why do all these companies still rolling? Because it's Edomites buying this shit. Yeah. You can buy 10-year worth of supply of food. They'll send it to you for thousands of dollars. Right? This is what he is doing. Think he's gonna get off scot-free after all the wickedness you done did on the damn earth, man. You gotta be a fuck. You a maniac. You're a maniac. That's why the book of Habakkuk says the soul in you ain't no right. It ain't just the elites that are maniacs, because they want to put everybody on. They want us all in cyborgs and metaverse. But you average Edomites ain't right. For you to think you should be able to get off scot-free for what your forefathers, you out of your goddamn mind.
God, that's what the scripture says. What? Roughly paraphrase. It says what? The inward thought is that the houses shall rule forever.
Yeah. Bro, my great grandma still living. Jim Crow. She went through all that. My great grandma still alive. Does she get justice? Since you want to say we ain't slaves anymore. What about my grandma? My great grandma? Does she get justice for having to drink out of different waterfront? Probably getting smacked upside their goddamn head. Teased in school, all type of crazy shit y'all was doing. You know?
They did that to a 6-year-old girl.
Yeah, and this is after plantation slavery. You know? Then you fast forward this time. Like I said before, once the Nation Caucus you have set up their own ideologies, infrastructures, and institutions that they want to thrive, we're destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You can't put sanctions on us. We can't put sanctions on nobody. We don't have a global meeting we can go to a world. They can't take us off the SWIFT system as a nation because we've been destroyed. We've been conquered. Now you can say, well, I'm a regular Edomite and I have to pay bills like you. Yeah, but you have a nation that controls shit. It ain't my fault your nation don't give a fuck about their regular motherfucking people.
Yeah.
They in control of the earth.
Yeah.
They have power to nuke the earth.
Yeah.
2 Edomite nations have power. If that don't show you in control of the world, I don't know what to tell you. They have power to wipe the earth clean of people. If the Lord wasn't involved, these demons could literally just cleanse of all humanity.
Yeah.
They are in control of the earth for fucking PRI. Niggas, man.
They don't say a white man, though. They definitely don't say that.
Because that shows you that wine, the book of Revelation, that wine, they have been drunken with that wine. You know, we all grew up here. We remember what we learned in school. When you've been taught that way and you're not focusing on what really happened, because they're not telling you what really happened, they're telling you what they want you to, how they want you to think, what they want you to believe. So you grow up to be an adult thinking of all those things how you learned, the founding fathers and all this dumb shit. But they didn't teach you about what really happened, right? How the natives fought with these motherfuckers for years. It was, we went into it like last year, how many wars they fought these motherfuckers? Every year, war. Because they'll tell you, oh, we came and built America, you know what I'm saying? But yo, you had to fight to get this shit. They put up a fight, which shows you they didn't want you over here. Once they found out you was a devil. And what did you keep doing? Bringing more and more soldiers, more and more artillery. More wars, right? You brought more disease, right? Then once you finally conquered them, all right, we got the land, okay? Now let's go get some niggas and have them build on the land for us. Because we ain't about to work. You people got your fucking man. And a lot of you people don't even know history. That's the main problem with this fucking place. Nobody knows fucking history. And they don't know how the world operates, man. How a kingdom set up off blood, off slavery. Yeah. Every empire that rule is off for somebody getting captured and oppressed, man. Yeah. But you ain't taught that in school. You taught the nice side of things, right?
Verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
These are the most evil times we've been living in, man. It's never been this bad in our lifetime, man. You know, and it's only gonna get worse. You know, you see judgment going out every single day. Somebody gets stabbed up, shot up, murdered, you know what I'm saying? Kidnapped, found in the trash can, you know? We're heading into evil times. Nobody is regarding life anymore. You know, everybody's worrying about what they want. Get it how you live, bro. You know, every man for themselves. Yeah. And you know what's made them cold. You know what's made them cold like that. But look at the ruler. Look how he has ran this society. It was bound to crash, man. You got Moabites over here, Ishmaelites, Hamites, everybody with their own beliefs and religions. Right? Yeah. It was bound to crash at a point, man. We all can't get along, motherfucker. If I gotta listen to Edomite music in the kingdom, I don't want to go to the kingdom. If I gotta look at another fucking Edomite show, you know what I'm saying? How the hell we in the kingdom and you got these cornballs? We gotta eat with these cornballs. Nah, hell no. We might just stay here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, pretty much.
They nasty at the dinner table.
You know what I'm saying?
They got the dog lapping on the plate.
Yeah, kind.
Niggas they don't even know proper hygiene. These motherfuckers are going to the restroom, take a shit, and then walk out. Don't wipe their ass, don't wash their ass.
Wash their ass, right?
What's going on, bro? Who are you people, man? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it was a bitch on, who was that bitch on TikTok?
2 minutes without a wash, bro.
Yeah, who was that bitch on TikTok?
You don't need soap. It's killing your skin.
Oh my god.
Just need water.
You know she smell like fucking mayo. I was about to say shit. You know what?
I just got one more. It says, verse 18, and be not drunk with wine, wherein...
He looked like he would do porn. Green.
Yeah.
He just sit at the computer all day. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Could be pedophile, you never know.
Yeah, he was dark web.
DA cut.
Go ahead,
And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit.
yeah, that's twofold, you know. That's twofold. And you want to be alert at all times, you know. You want to be engulfed in this oil, this wine, right? This true manna that's been given to us from the Lord. Which the 2/3, they don't like manna. You gotta remember, these niggas don't like manna. They like Egypt food. So they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear Egypt. They want to be spoken smooth. Yeah.
It's stupid.
Wow.
Woo. He's saying I'm
Woo. Man, that's not
Man, that's a wild.
bugged out.
That's a wild. But yeah, look, they don't want the manna, which is this truth is like as that spiritual bread. That's from heaven. They want Egypt shit. You know, they get tired, and even when they get a taste of the manna, they get tired of it. Like the niggas in the wilderness.
I'm tired of teaching the same old shit. It's a new tribe. The tribe of Dan.
You know what I'm saying? They get tired of the manna. You know, they're gonna add on this shit. And a lot of you niggas, I don't wanna see none of you niggas that have took time off coming back, cause now you think shit hot. You rush shit.
Oh shit, where my garbage? Oh shit, I can't find my fucking garbage. Baby, where my fucking garbage? Nigga, I don't fucking know, nigga.
Shit, somewhere in the back of the closet. Balled up.
He put the camera on, nigga. He out in the house, shit like this, crooked as shit.
Nah,
Shalom.
And you know that's what be happening with these niggas. I'll be seeing it. I'll be seeing certain, because I watch a lot, man. I watch a lot of rooms, other camps, and I'll see certain dudes pop up at certain instances. I'll be like, you only out here because of this news clip. You know, if I can see it, I know the Lord looking at me like, what the hell? They'll take weeks off, then a certain news will happen, and they out there. You know? It don't work like that, man. We finna get tested, man. Get that in Revelation. The trial that should come upon the whole earth, test them.
You might bring something on? Okay. This is Micah
Because
chapter.
we gotta be tried, man. All of us, we gotta be proven. Jake, this is just the first part. The ministry, we gotta go through some hardships, man. We gotta be proven. Our stomach gotta grow a little bit, right? We gonna lose a little bit of our, which we ain't sane. Look at that. We can't be completely sane in this truth. You gotta be nuts. You know, scriptures tell you we fools for the Lord, man. You know, please the Lord by the foolishness of preaching. You know, we are a little nuts, but we gonna be even more nuts when the Holy Spirit is. But we ain't gonna be the. I'd rather be right hand, like I say, right hand side crazy and left hand side crazy, because I'm gonna be stable and not crazy. And Lord willing, get changed. We'll get new bodies, new brains. You're gonna be a bug out and get new, and wait till your ass born again in the kingdom.
Micah chapter 2, verse 1, and it says, woe unto them, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it's the power of the enemy.
They don't stop. It's like they about to turn this sun shit on. They start next week. So who knows what the fuck that's for? They don't stop, man. When is enough enough? Then they said this dude Zuckerberg, he just made some key to the metaverse now that you need to get in the metaverse. He's now unleashed that, and he's now coming out with that for everybody that want to be a part of it. You're gonna need that to get inside of it. You know, all this shit is tied, man. The metaverse is tied to the Corona. They show you that in the show the 100. When you had to take the chip to get to the city of light, which is the metaverse to escape reality. You take the chip, and then the black dude, I forgot his name. He was the one which represents Jake, because he was a nigga. He said, fuck you. Then he said, right? They tortured you. They had a nigga on like crucified. He was like, come to the city of light. Come to the metaverse. Come to the city of light. And you know who was in control of it? AI. Her name was Allen, but she represents AI. And she actually caused nukes to get showed off at the end of that shit, man. But all that shit is tied one in hand, which shows you, and then everybody that took the chip, the key to the city of light, to the metaverse, they all thought the same. Like, you didn't have liberty. And this guy, Klaus Schwab, he said, at the World Economic Forum, he said, look, the fourth industrial revolution is not that the society's gonna change, the people are gonna change.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He said everybody's gonna. Then you had that weirdo that said, oh,
People like to go in the grocery store and buy what they want and think how they want and have free will. All of that's going out the window.
Yeah.
It will be no more free thinking.
Yeah.
They want you all thinking like moving like
Yeah.
just
They teach you that in school, you know. That's
Well,
not like, back again. That's what they teach you in school, right? Just think, like I said, don't have your own mind. You know what I mean? Because as a child, you know what I mean, that's what the scripture says. Raise up a child so that way, you know, like I said, he may grow up. You know, like I said, as a child, what? You start experimenting different things. You start playing with Legos. You start building stuff. You know, stuff like that. But as you go to school, like I said, they don't teach that stuff. All you do is what? Learn plus one. You know, learn this and learn that. You know what I mean? Worry about the SOLs, the SCA, and you know, get how much points you get. You know, but after you graduate and all that stuff like that, when you, like I said, when you come to the real world, none of that is what useful, man. You know.
and then your social credit score is not high enough.
Yeah.
The brain is going.
Yeah.
They're in the metaverse.
Yeah.
They show you that and they show the Black Mirror.
Your social credit score is down. Get away from me.
Right?
Yeah, kinda.
Their brain is gone. They on the grid. But you out of this shit. They gonna look at us like, you know what I'm saying? Because our shit, we gonna have to live off the Lord. We don't have enough credit to buy shit.
Yeah, con. They do that now. Again, you know what I mean? Like I said.
That's true. They
You
ain't
shop-
gonna give us no credit.
Yeah, con. Hey, they doing that. Like they've been doing that now. Like I said, every time what you try to apply for a loan or apartment or whatever, they check your. Like I said, your social credit. Look at your bills. Oh wow. Your social credit is about 809. Wow, you pay your bills on time.
Well, you can get
wow,
anything
you're a
on
good
credit.
slave.
You can get anything. If your credit is, especially if you got like a fucking 800 credit, man.
You
What
get
the fuck you
anything.
can do? Shit. You ain't gotta have money. You ain't even gotta have the money. You just have credit.
Yeah, that's it.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, let me get this. Let me get that. Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
Let
That's
your
so
shit
true.
Let your shit be average, below average.
Right.
Nigga, we'll get back to you. Couple
Below
months.
600.
Yeah, nigga, we'll get back to you below about 6 months about this loan. Nigga.
They'll
It can
give
be a
you-
$200 loan.
Yeah.
Nigga, we'll get back to you.
They'll give you a loan, but
Don't
with
wait
a
on
high
it.
interest rate. They'll give you a loan, but with a high interest rate.
Oh yeah, and
nah.
if they do decide to give you what you that interest rate is, nigga,
That
we
shit
want
expensive.
payment every other. When you get paid, nigga? Every other Friday, nigga, we
Yeah.
deducting that shit every other Friday, nigga. And if the shit don't go through, you getting a return check from nigga, negative in your account.
Call your job, make sure you still
Hey,
working.
you feel me? And then it gets to a point there, hey nigga, IRS nigga, they gonna snatch the shit out your account. When shit get too fucked.
They're the true crooks, man. The IRS, man. That's the fucking
But taking it to the digital way, hey, then social credit score, man. You know, you already see what you're gonna be eating in the store. They call it Beyond Meat, all right? Vegan meatballs, plant-based meatballs. What is a plant-based meatball? Let me know. I seen it in the store last night. I'm looking at it like, can you explain? Someone explain this to me. What is a plant-based meatball? How is it meat? Those two words don't go together. Plant and meat. Right? But that's what you gonna be eating. You're not gonna be eating for all you zombies. Like, y'all better go get y'all 5-piece chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Y'all better hurry get your fill. You know, because that shit gonna be out the window. You know, it's gonna be what they give you. Your social credit score gonna have to be something crazy to get, you know, real food.
Steak.
Yeah, like if you want a steak, your social credit score gonna have to be high as a bitch. But the average person ain't gonna have no. They gonna be eating, you know, meatless meat. Plant-based bullshit, which it ain't based off the plants, it's based off chemicals they done made together.
Destroy your ass.
4D food, yeah. To further keep your penile gland fucked up, you know? True.
Your carbon.
Yeah, how much carbon you emit, you know? That's what we're coming to, man.
Yeah. Slowly but surely. No, let me keep reading. This is verse 2. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence.
And then people like us will be thrown in them fields, them camps. You know? We ain't gonna stop preaching. We just ain't gonna be on YouTube. We gonna serve the Lord, man, till our breath is out of us. So you gonna have to do something with us, man. Because we're going to be a thorn in your side, especially if we get spiritual power. So if I get it, I'm healing everybody out. I'm going to just heal niggas, just piss you off. Come in. Your leg. Oh shit, there's somebody over there healing people. You know what I'm saying?
Pharmacy dudes running at you.
Yeah, we're gonna be a thorn in yourself, man. Just like in the book of Acts, you know, you got pissed off at the apostles for healing people. Well, you got pissed off at the Lord for healing people. The Lord was doing miracles. They got pissed off at him for doing that. But you think you the king? See these people? They have no patience.
Babylonians, man, they're terrible.
They have no patience.
Disrespectful.
They have no patience. These people are cool. Go ahead, Lord.
God. And it says, verse 2, and it says, and they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses they take them away.
And that's the point. That's how y'all got America. That's how y'all get all y'all fucking land. That's how y'all got Australia. Violence. That's how y'all got Africa for all you black Kemet niggas. They got Africa. Great Britain been had Africa. All right, Africa can't do shit. Ask the, hey, what's going on with them Africans that's trying to leave Ukraine? They can't leave.
If you're American, yeah, you're done for it.
They can't leave. They trying to leave Ukraine for safety. They can't leave. They only letting Ukrainians go, they only letting them Edomites across the border to safety.
Dang.
So why Africa ain't go help them? Africa, go use your power. Africa, black Africa. Nigga, they don't own Africa. All the brown skinned people, dark skinned people in Africa don't own Africa. They subjected just like we subjected over here. Shit, a lot of them worse off than Jake's over here in America.
Oh,
They on that Babylon juice too.
Oh yeah. By the way, like I said, certain stores, like I said, Ukraine are closed, like McDonald's Express. Like I said, I worked with Edomite, like an actual Edomite on the west side of Ukraine, and he was saying, man, the stores are closing.
There's an act of war right now, so of course McDonald's gonna fucking do it. Nobody going through no fucking drive-thru. You got helicopters dropping bombs, bro. Your ass in the inside. Till they tell you to come outside. Real life shit, man. You got videos. I seen a clip. The lady, she video calling, you just see the plane. The drop. Boom! And the baby. That's real life, bro.
Yeah,
like, that'll put a film. If that's, imagine you in your crib and you just see a fucking, just drop a bomb on you, you know what I'm saying? You ain't coming outside, man. You ain't going out to get food. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you had in your pantry before they invaded. Bro, this is going on right now. People are dying from starvation. People are dying from murder. People are getting raped as we speak. That's the harsh reality of life. But see, it's going to be even worse over here. In the great land of America. The virgin daughter that's never been touched. Everybody want them a virgin. Everybody want to penetrate a virgin. I want to be the first. I want to be the first. No, I want to be the first. And then by the time she's done, she didn't become a nasty horse slut. She ran through. Right? Yeah. That's what's finna happen to America. You finna get ran through. To the point that other nations gonna be like, I thought they had it back. Shit. They threw over there. Right? So all you people all you jakes is clubbing it up still. You happy about the restrictions being lifted, right? Because you know what they're doing tonight. Partying they sorrows away.
Yeah. Jake never learned, man. Jake never learned. That's why. And like I said, the only cure is what? Death by pain. It's the only cure.
Well, the thing about those other countries over there, you know, near Russia, those people are war hardened.
Yeah.
You know, they've seen death.
Yep.
Yugoslavia and all those other places.
Yeah.
They've seen death. Yeah.
That's a good point because when you go back to World War II, right? You look at the countries that's part of NATO, Germany, all these countries that actually, when the war happened, they took the brunt of it. America was over here. Americans didn't feel the brunt of the World War II. So here it is, nations are starting to realize, hold on. Whenever shit really goes down, y'all niggas ain't feeling this shit. Our people are the ones that got the trauma fucked up, bugged out, right? Now the only Americans that really felt it was the ones that actually went out to war, right? But as far as like the people, man, You ain't had to worry about bombs getting dropped on your ass and, you know what I'm saying, other countries' tanks rolling through your... Them other countries are used to seeing foreign tanks run through their cities and, you know what I'm saying, foreign soldiers walking up and down their neighborhoods. You ain't felt that, man, what you about to, you know? And that's a different feeling. Reality gonna hit. You people scared about what you seen in Ukraine. What is in front of you? Let's see, these people gonna drop dead if they already scared of that. How the hell are y'all gonna make it, man? If that's what's scared, if that's scaring y'all, looking at clips, you know what I'm saying? Imagine when the shit is at your doorstep. They ain't gonna faint and die. They gonna give it the ghost. They gonna give it the damn ghost, man. Cause I was looking at it. I went on the shade room. Jake crying like I'm looking like, yo, Jake ain't ready, man. Y'all they think it's a goddamn game. We been telling y'all ass to repent, man. Y'all think this is a fucking game. This ain't no game, man. Y'all finna die in brutal ways, man. And this devil don't give a fuck about you. He never did. He gave you this so-called freedom. That shit destroyed your brain, man. These liberties he gave you, man. Cause he kept you as a slave. He kept you as a worker, but he took your mind away, man. And you don't know what the fuck going on. It's nothing worse than losing your identity, losing your nationality, man. Losing who you are. And solely trusting upon your oppressor. How the fuck can you trust upon a nation that brought you here as a slave, man? It means that simple. I don't give a fuck how many years ago it was, man. You were brought here as a slave. You were under his enterprise.
They could have showed you also, man. Like I said, man. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's some jakes that worry about Ukraine, but hey, if you actually think about it, like I said, all these other nations are trying to help. Like I said, I ain't trying to bring it back up again, but all these nations are trying to help Ukraine. But meanwhile, like I said, Americans are talking about. But meanwhile, like I said, but again, our nation has faced the most atrocities throughout the entire planet Earth, man. And nobody gives a damn about us, man. I mean, that's what Scripture says. What? Like I said, asked that basically how thou doest, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point because you got the leaders of the countries. They acting like they want to help Ukraine, but they really want to help Ukraine. Ukraine would have been helped already. Ukraine is fucked. But the people in the countries, they want to help Ukraine. They feel bad for Ukraine, but they don't feel bad for us. Nobody regards what we do.
Exactly.
Nobody even think about thinking about us. They don't even think about us when it comes to any goddamn geopolitics. Our mind on it, we don't even you Edomite biblical pastors. Now I was watching Paul Baby. He nigga got the shades. I said, this nigga still preaching?
I didn't even know he was still around.
Bro, he's still preaching, man. I'm like, damn. He got the music, he got the shades on. He said, Russia and Ukraine. God can make all. But I'm like, hold on, brother. I'm like, hold on, man. What about us? You fucking demons enslaved us. How y'all think y'all just gonna get raptured? These niggas is somebody like get raptured. I was watching another dude. He's like, brothers and sisters, the rapture is upon us. Russia and Ukraine are at war. Right? They just say, fuck them. They just gonna leave niggas. They just gonna get raptured and leave niggas. These people are demonic, man. How could you think that you could just be okay with what happened with America? Oh, yeah, it was bad, we know, but we're about to get raptured. That's why we say Christianity is a joke. Christianity is the biggest. Christianity does not have no. Y'all seen that? The nigga pastor try to break down. He said, in the garden, the dragon, the seed, what the dragon ain't having to do it. Yeah. Satan got in the dragon. Right? And then the dragon was cursed. The dragon lost his legs. So he ain't have a leg to stand on. When he said the dragon lost his feet, I fell off. I said, what the fuck? He said he ain't got no feet. That's what you call just winging it, bro. You just talking some bullshit as you going, man.
Here are the questions.
Talking about how he doesn't regard us. We at the lowest of the totem pole. It's Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Yeah, when you all, every time I done roll a plane, you know what language they speak? I'm going to Colombia. I'm flying from Miami. One time I was late, so I got on the plane where everybody on that shit is from Colombia. They speak Spanish. Everybody on that shit speaks Spanish. This nigga on the goddamn, welcome to the. I'm like, damn, I'm the only black man on this side. They don't know what the fuck you talking about. But they'll translate, but that's after they already said it in English.
The brother Mathematical brought that out yesterday. He said, in order to be a pilot, you have to speak English.
Yeah, that's the main language.
That's crazy.
That's
You
the main,
have to, no matter where you go.
Even when they're doing the every time you ride a plane, they tell you they do the safety. They have the women that's the stewardess. They do the little shit. And they strap your seatbelt. If you feel turbulence, when we go down, you put your mask. They do the shit, but they're saying it all in English first. You know what I'm saying? That's the predominant language. A nation whose language, tongue we do not understand. Why the fuck are we speaking English? This is not you're saying, nigga. Like, I mean, it's evident. There's so many clues around you, man. We were conquered by the English, and in 2022, we still speaking English. You don't even know the language you spoke on the slave ship. You know, we know, but these niggas don't know. But they'll say, nah, we're free. But niggas speak the language your ancestors spoke.
Your name is Toby.
Your name is Toby, nigga. You Toby. You a Tobite.
Verse 50, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old or show favor to the young.
That's that eagle, right? When we pull out a coin, what we see on the back of it? We see that eagle. We see that proud eagle, right? We don't see.
That's what you just said. As the eagle flies swiftly, fly.
Yeah. We don't see Harriet Tubman.
Said,
but you know they wanted to bring her. You know they wanted to put Harriet Tubman on the money.
Yeah, it says as swift as the eagle flieth.
Now you read up on that consistent thing.
All right, I'll go up.
Come on, bring it on.
Verse Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
Now you don't have to say we're the Israelites. Cool, we'll let you have that because we don't do for. We know what the Hebrews are. But the Lord said that Israelites have enemies. So that cuts Christianity once again. Go ahead.
In thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, as he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
If you want anything, that's the main indicator of your slavery. If you want anything, whose system do you have to go to get it? It surely ain't ours. You can't go to brother Ray crib and get a loan. You know, that nigga say I can help you with your taxes, and even he'll fuck up that. We ain't got no systems, man. But if we did want to get carnal and take this country down, do we have a military to do it? Do we have drones? Do we have tanks? Right? Or do we just got guns that they supplied you with from their stores, from their companies? Nigga, you are a slave.
Push your bullets.
You know what I'm saying?
Until he had destroyed me.
Till he have destroyed. Are not our people destroyed? For what? For lack of knowledge. You don't know who you are. Once you destroy a nation, who gives a fuck if you can roam free and buy a burger? Nigga, you're destroyed.
You're not threat to like I said, to the oppressor.
You're complete. You want to be here. You want to strive in his economy. You want to be a worker, so of course he'll let you. But see, he gonna do it. He gonna come against us because fuck the social credit score. Fuck the corona, right? Fuck your whole great reset. Fuck all that shit you talking. Go ahead and throw us in the camp. Man. Do what the Lord gonna allow you to do. Because you ain't gonna be able to touch every single one of us any goddamn bitch. Right? You only gonna get a few of us put to death. Demon.
Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
That's the point the brother wanted, swift as an eagle flight. And really the eagle started in Babylon. Mm-hmm. That's why this is known as the daughter of Babylon. Because Esau adopted what? The eagle. Right? They came with the Greeks as the eagle. Right? And they've been flying over everybody's goddamn head with wickedness. Homosexual, they dropping it out their wings. Homosexuality. Bestiality.
Hey,
women worship.
Hey,
you're flying to everybody goddamn country. That's the eagle. Spread his wings upon the earth. The book of Esdras tell you that he has spread his wings upon the face of the earth.
Yo, you'll do fed time if you kill an eagle.
Yeah.
That's a federal crime. Yo.
And you know what's crazy? Eagles were going extinct, but just recently they have started to increase in number again.
Yeah.
That's a spiritual sign, right? That's a spiritual sign. And they just a rare eagle. I forgot the actual name of it.
Oh,
No,
the white,
it's
the white.
a rare one. It's a black one.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
one of the rarest birds you can find. They say they haven't been on the shores of America in like years, and they finally made an appearance over there in somewhere.
Yeah, I think I seen that, bro. Yeah.
But you have bird watchers. You have Edomites that they just look for birds. All got that's their job, and they spotted it. It says like one of the rarest. I'm gonna see if I can pull it. It's not a bald eagle. You would think a bald eagle, but you got rare birds in there. Point being, this place is fucking out of here. You know. But why are the eagles coming back? Well, the scriptures tell you this place is gonna be a desert, a wilderness. The Lord is bringing these creatures back here so they can have partake of their great feast. Right? They're going to be over here eating and chilling.
What's some birds that like I said, that you rarely see? Buzzards, right? Are the ones that-
Vultures?
Yeah.
I just saw one yesterday. I saw one yesterday on the interstate. He was eating something.
Oh, here it is. It appeared in Maine. It's called a stellar eagle.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
Stellar eagle. Yeah. That shit, they but its wings are white. And it was just up there looking. And then people was like, oh shit. And they were like, then they flew off. They was interviewing one of the Edomite chicks. She said, I don't know when it's gonna be back. But it was a marvelous sight. You know, that nigga just didn't say, I'll be back when y'all
He's
niggas
stupid.
die. Yeah, right. To eat. You know?
But yeah, man. Yeah, but sometimes, like I said before about the vultures.
Yeah, they're disgusting. Like they go after roadkill.
Yeah, that shit is disgusting.
They're real.
It's some ugly ass birds.
Yeah.
What's common out here is the vulture turkeys.
Yeah.
They're real big and ugly. They fly high too. They'll swoop down real quick for a squirrel. I see them all the time on my road. I got a part of my road. It's hot out there. I see two of them. They hobbling around. And they just come out. One, he got scared of me. And he took the squirrels. Went here, but the niggas big as shit.
Hell yeah.
They ain't no small ass birds.
That's my favorite. Boots, man. And impacts hurt too. That's all I heard, man. Impacts hurt, man.
That's another thing. The more creatures gonna be out here, man. Them animals, man. Because you gotta understand when society's broken down, you ain't gonna have the city workers trimming the grass, right, cutting the bushes, making sure the trash is picked up. It's gonna be stink. It's gonna be dirty. Animals and creatures love clutter, stink, and dirty. Demons love cluster, stink, and dirty.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have demonic spirits out here with the animals. The bushes ain't gonna be trimmed and cut, so the animals gonna be walking on them. There's gonna be all type of shit in these streets, man.
Oh yeah, Jake said on the radio, he said that this place get real bad. Like I said, don't be surprised, man. We slept on the body, man. Like there's gonna be so dead bodies on the street, man, that we're walking with dead bodies, man. I can see that.
They show you that in The Walking Dead, how them towns they just look desolate and just you look scared to step outside. You like, shit. That's how it's gonna be. You gonna be running from that shit. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be, cause you ain't gonna know what the fuck out there. It's gonna be that bad out here, man. You know,
Ain't nobody outside.
cannibal groups, people gonna gang up. You know, they showed you that during the what protest was that? When they took part of was that in Seattle or the state of Washington? When they took part of the city, and they said this is our area. Yeah. They was like, this is our area. Ain't nobody.
That was Portland or Seattle.
It was Portland.
It was one of the over there. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
They took over their shit.
Yeah. On some fucking gang yard shit. Police can't get. They got a nigga going to the gate with a cigarette.
Yep.
What's the code word, nigga? What's the code word? You know what I'm saying? They got a nigga at the top with a gun. For real, bro. This shit happened. They had that shit the whole part of that city blocked off, man. You know? But that's a precursor to the things that you're gonna see out here. They show you that in them doomsday movies. Like you'll go to a certain part of the city. Oh, Negan. This guy Negan had a whole neighborhood. The shit was it was a whole wall and they would guard and shit. You had to get through. You know what I'm saying? You know? You gonna have areas like that where it's controlled by different clans and groups. It's gonna get bad out here, man. A time like never before. That's why you want to be under the covering of Yahweh Shemashah.
Right.
So the angels will lead you to where you need to go. They'll tell you where safety is. They'll lead you to safety. They'll provide food when they deem fit that you need it. Not when you want it, but when they know you need it. Right? If you're under the super, that's why you gotta have that immense fear. And you women, y'all through. Cause y'all only protection is a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now. A man of the Lord ain't gonna deal with no fucking woman. Alright? In that day of trouble. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Cause look, man, women, once you get a woman, pop woman, you don't wanna be around her every goddamn minute. You know, the only reason brothers be lusty so much because they deprived of it. But once you get it, and you don't want to be around that bitch 24 goddamn 7. That's why men have man caves and this shit. Once you get a woman, you already got it. All right, the surprise is out the window. You already felt what the pussy feel like. You already smelt it. Once you hit it a couple times, all right, it's mine now. I'm going to play Xbox with the boys.
Shit.
Right? Now in Jacob's trouble, you want to help me. Let's get you don't want him all up on you, man. In the book of Eli shows you that. He was like, oh, at the beginning, he was like, yo, get the fuck away from me. It's gonna be like that. So you women, don't think you just gonna have an easy ticket, because the brothers ain't gonna just be picking you, man. And our spirit is gonna be even heightened in that day if we are those numbers. So we really ain't gonna be thinking about no goddamn woman. We're gonna be thinking about our purpose. Y'all chose up already. Y'all chose the wrong side. Y'all chose, because y'all flaunt wherever power goes.
Yeah.
Right? Y'all chose Eve during his blessing. I can't blame you. But you just didn't know that his blessing was going in. You know, we're at the end of his blessing. Right? He was going to get the dominion of the earth. But it's couldn't say once he get the dominion, then his brother can pull that. That was his hand held the heel. And for brother, give me that Genesis 25 vote for sure. No, Edris.
I think 6 and 9.
6 and 9.
Yeah, really.
Second Edris 6 and 9.
Jacob's hand held first. Yeah. Because once he got the dominion, Jacob was going to pull him down. We're at that point there. But you women chose up.
Well, actually, we started at 7.
You know? But what are the women going to do once he loses his rulership? They're going to choose up. That's what women do. That's why I say don't get mad at them. We love our women, but we understand you the weaker vessels. I ain't mad at you, baby, that you're going to flip-flop sides. That's what you do. You're the weaker vessel. That's why you're going to be in order in the kingdom. You ain't going to be no main bitch, whatever you call yourself. I'm the top hoe. No, you're going to fall in line with the rest of them. Get in order. You see that long line that stretched miles along? Hundreds of women? Yeah, those are my wives and concubines. You get in order. Whoever I want in front will be in front. Don't mean you to talk. Just mean I just want to look at you today. Maybe tomorrow I want to look at another.
That first wife shit.
This line goes around the block.
You know what I'm saying? Now the first chick in the kingdom though that we fought, she might have your heart. Cause you gotta think, that's the first chick you go for.
That might be your
So that might be your, everybody got their favorites. That might be the first one you pop in the kingdom, that's the one you say, I need her right now. So she always gonna have a special place in your heart in the kingdom. But point being, all of y'all gonna be in order. All right? Y'all all getting the same penny, which is your Lord. It's like we get the same penny. Y'all gonna get the same penny. Whatever man the Lord gives y'all, that's your husband for all eternity. So you better get right. And you're gonna enjoy it anyway, especially if you get a man of the Lord, an elect number. You know what the hell the elect finna inherit? Come on, man. We live on the earth, one of the smallest planets within this universe. Within this galaxy. Right? It's not even the biggest planet. It's one of the smallest planets.
And also, like I said, you mentioned 44, that's a small number, man, compared to a billion.
Yeah. Then you
over a billion. I'm sorry. Who knows how low? It could be 10 billion. It could be, who knows, man? Like I said, but again, you know what I'm talking about. Get the point.
You leave the earth. Now you in the galaxy, which is inside a universe, which is inside another universe, which is inside another universe, and all these universes got galaxies and planets. So it's above our fucking thinking right now of what we're going to inherit. Fucking nail salon, you gonna have that in one of the palaces, man. You ain't gonna have to go to no nail salon. You got it in the palace. All of y'all got your own nail salon in the palace. Like I was watching this interview with Floyd Mayweather. He was speaking about, you know, how he do for all his women and shit. You know, he can do that for him on this side. You know, he can buy you a mansion. But that you gotta think, if the Lord give these wicked niggas that, if he give these niggas a 50-bedroom mansion, then in a planet that ain't, you know, that ain't out of the realm of possibility for the elect.
Yeah.
The men that the Lord loves.
Yeah, because we doing time right here. And certain Jake got pleasures like that. Certain Jake got pleasures of that. Man, ain't no telling what's stored for the righteous men, you know, the elect.
Yeah, for the righteous. If the wicked niggas get mansions and all these women, even though they women ain't in order, what are the righteous gonna get? Come on, man. We can't even, no ear have heard, no eye have seen what the Lord have stored up for them that love Him, man.
Right.
You know, so you women, you gonna choose up, but see, me personally, you gonna have bad. Not just bad on the outside, neither.
Yeah.
You gotta have I gotta vibe with your personality. I gotta want you around me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bring something to the table. Do you so good? Right?
Gotta shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? Real shit, man. Real shit. Real shit. And if I do take an average looking chick, it's because I really like being around.
That's right.
So you women, man, y'all, we gonna be real picky. Man. Let me be part of the number, Lord. I'm being picky. I got the right. I'm a son of the Lord. I can be picky. I'm royalty. Royalty is picky. Royalty don't just do it. Solomon would eat off a gold plate and throw it away. We ain't never seen gold. Real gold, pure in its pure form. We ain't never seen it. He would eat off it. Hey, a fly touch it. Hey, Queen Sheba, she mistook the doorkeeper for Solomon. Bro, that's the next level, bro. Your doorkeeper is mistaken as the king of the nation. What type of level are you on? The doorkeeper had to have a handful of rings, earrings, necklaces.
Like Idris Elba off door.
Of gold, you know what I'm saying? Gold.
Big ass gold sword.
Probably had gold fringes. And he the doorkeeper tells him, hey, how you doing? She like, hey, you ain't Solomon?
Nigga, I got upload on my head.
You know what I'm saying? You know? But what did David say? He said, I would rather be a doorkeeper in my father's kingdom than live here. So that shows you the type of level, because the scripture said the least of the flock would be greater than David and Solomon in their profession. So if the least, we talking about Jay-Z. Jay-Z gonna come back in the kingdom, a wicked nigga, a warlord, and he gonna come back in the kingdom and be greater than David and Solomon. So what is the elect gonna be?
It's a different level, right?
Out of this realm. Out of this realm. You gonna be creating shit. You're gonna be made as a power. You're gonna be made into a god. Imagine you could, hey, me, I'm if I get a planet, I'm gonna dress normal, right? Because they ain't gonna know I'm the king. I'm gonna make sure that some people don't know I'm the king, and I'm gonna just go to their village and just hang out around. Be an average person, right? Just to hear their conversation. You gonna be able to do, you know what I'm saying? Deceiving kind of, you know?
And then, like I said, you know that, like I said, they're gonna be rebellious just for the fun of it.
Yeah, you just sitting there chilling, listening to them talk.
What was that show?
Start asking them questions.
Yeah,
What do you think about your
What was
king?
that show where they had the boss with dress
Undercover
up?
boss.
Undercover
Oh, yeah.
boss.
They talking about what they doing, you know, how much wheat coming in. You just sitting like, don't you know the king of this planet? You know what I'm saying? Then you just leave. You gonna be able to do cool shit like that, man. You know, you imagine you rule a whole land of people. Come on, man, that's next level. That's the things we set our heart on, man. That's where our heart is at, man. Living life, rulership, sovereignty. You know, not being under another nation, and at that, not being under a wicked nation. It's one thing to be in slavery. It's another thing being in slavery under the worst man on the planet. He don't even regard his own life. He'll give himself cancer if he can achieve his agenda.
That's why this case just says, I mean, the Lord's not tearing because the Lord, like I said, it's like so this thing tearing, we all should be as Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And like I said, this earth is already messed up already. You see what the devil has done to the earth, man. You know.
And that's when the days are being short. And you clearly, man, damn.
Especially
it seems like every day is camp. Bro, I remember when they used to beat us fast, bro. You used to see like it would take time to get to campus.
Time is flying.
You know what I'm
This is already
saying?
March.
Yeah, it's already March. That's crazy. Which is the month of Martius, right? The Roman god goes at the Mars, which represents war, the god of war. So, hey man, they moving with their shit. And they starting up CERN next week. They don't tell them what the hell might happen. They might open a portal and demons will come through.
You stupid. No, that's true.
No, real shit. We enter into the time that shall never be. You know? It may be spiritual entities that come on the left hand side.
They be doing demonic feasts and shit.
Cause I was listening to one of the guys at work with me.
It was, yeah, we was able to, split time. What the fuck?
And you know they said that they seen the message that the king of Babylon had seen before Babylon went down.
It's a lot. Remember
Yeah.
remember the Travis Scott stuff? Did y'all see that video? Because that was a portal. Remember you seen that black shadow jump in the crowd?
Oh yeah.
You might, it was crazy. It was like it just jumped on somebody and grabbed them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, spirits are already out here. What I'm saying is, you don't know how heightened it can get though. You know, you don't know what the wars about to allow happen out here, man.
that really was a portal.
I've seen other portals,
And if he had the shirt that broke down, he walked in the school and they fall back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the same.
Yeah, I got it. It's Second Ezra, Second Ezra 6 and of course, New something.
And you gotta understand, the Lord said this will be a time like never before. What is about to happen? You can't put. You gotta be. Think about these things, man. And plus, you dealing with E. This nigga is crazy, man. Well, they say they're trying to build a elevator to space, and they did that too. So, you're dealing with a guy that has no limits of his witness. We don't know what that certain shit is, man.
He's a wild man spirit now. He's a madman spirit now. That's the scripture says.
You the fuck with clone food. You got transgender food. What? What the fuck you think GMOs is?
No.
It's transgender food.
3D food.
Yeah. Genetically modified food and shit, man. That's wicked. Who would even think of that? Who would think of that? Let me do seedless oranges.
You got grapes that taste like cotton candy. Oh shit, it's cotton candy grapes out.
That's crazy, bro, because if I tried to eat an orange and a tangerine, I couldn't even digest it.
Yeah, the food don't even taste right. Yeah. Look how fast the fruit goes bad now. Like I'll buy back. I start buying bags of oranges because you can't even get to the end of them without them going bad. You know.
I'm so conscious of what I eat. I be scared of these shit. I just drop dead like that shit. What is it? What is it? Seriously, what if it didn't grow? I mean, what is it? How the fuck is you make it?
Seedless water.
You don't know what the fuck you eat, man.
You know the orange juice, you get in the carton? Here's an experiment you can try. Take a little bit of a cup. Side somewhere. Come back and
I gotta have some.
It's a fuck you up, bro.
It's a balance.
It ain't even real fruit.
Right.
It ain't even juice.
Yeah, that's why, like, and you could tell the difference too. Like, the organic shit is expensive, but you can tell the difference when you eating something and drinking something that's real organic. You can taste the difference. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of organic places, they have bullshit in it too, but they do have a lot of good, real shit, and you can taste the difference. You can actually taste, and you feel better too. You can taste when it's bullshit too, man. When you offer the bullshit, you taste it. You be like, what the fuck, man? This shit chemicals.
Hey, Gavar. You know I told you about that ice cream over there at Newmont's over there? They make that real ice cream compared to like Chick-fil-A and McDonald's, cause like you tell that shit like machine, but Dumont, you tell like I said, man, that real milk, man, that real ice cream, it's crazy, man.
I don't know where they got that fruit from. The oranges and tangerines. Couldn't digest it, bro.
It ain't
It didn't even taste the same.
It's disgusting, man.
You remember over there in Moab when I showed the video about the lettuce, the fake lettuce that they use, and then the plastic rice?
That's some real shit.
It's crazy, man.
You can't even tell if you.
You wonder what shit be happening. Your brain all clogged and shit, man.
That's crazy.
You gotta be conscious of
Can't
what
get
you
your
put in
thoughts
your body
together.
too, man.
Can't get your thoughts together. Can't gather your words. All the stuff you take in.
It's just stuff in the system. This is 2 Ezra 6 and 7. It says, Then I answered and said, What shall be the parting sunder of times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, From Adam unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand.
You know what the parting of the times is? when the end of this world gonna happen, right? So when people question about
When is the end gonna happen? What is it?
well, what's Eve brought down? Go ahead, Mo.
Okay. And it says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of times? Or when shall the end of the first? And it said, get it? And it says, And when shall the end of the first? And the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac.
Yeah, because he think if you say the world, if the world end, that means the world is over. Because he can't see nobody else rule. Oh, that the whole world gonna be gone there. No, the fuck it ain't, bitch. We had your ass in slavery before.
And we'll do it again.
Yeah. Nigga act like he the only one that can rule the world. Because he ate a pride of his heart to have to see it. You know, they've been able to do what the fuck they want to do. Just like these common Edomites, they're able to gather abroad. They're able to make excuses because they free. So they can make excuses and say that we're not slaves. They didn't do anything wrong. They can do that because they have liberty to do it. But it's about to come a time where they ain't gonna be able to do that. I want you to say that when this is changed, goddamn. This is your kingdom, so you can say that bullshit. You can be proud and all that dumb shit. All people had to trim our ways, man, to fucking make something out of themselves in this bitch. But they don't know that. They don't see the inner struggles of Jacob. Jacob had to trim their ways to get a certain job, put food on the table for their kids, for the interview of the job, put on the suit, clean up. You know? Who told them to do that? Eat. That affects the mind of people, man. When you're a certain way, you're a certain. And that's why you got these reckless jakes, these young jakes, they don't want to work. They want to be a nigga. Right? They want to stay. Man, I don't want to be all prim and proper. Which you can't blame them, but then you can blame them. You know, because they need to carry themselves in a better way. But you also understand them not wanting to trim their ways. You know, who will want to trim their ways? He don't have to trim his ways to appease us. He don't have to change what he wants to do to appease us, man. You know?
Well, they call for it.
Even when you look at the Grammy Awards, right? They'll give Jake an award. But the majority of the awards they get put out for Edomites. These Oscars, Edomites. The best movie of the year. And y'all movies be whack.
It's not happening.
There's only a handful of black actors anyway.
All our nigga movies was better than y'all movies. You know? I mean, it was nigga shit, but it was better than they shit. You know? Love and basketball. Y'all ain't got that, man. That's some hardcore shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some real shit.
I Love and Basketball.
You know what I'm saying? That's some real shit.
That was my movie. I ain't gonna hold you. That was my movie.
Now they got the group.
They don't have that type of shit. They got the notebook. They got the notebook. You know?
What was that game movie? What was that game movie? I forgot the Brokeback Mountain.
They movies be whack. Our shows be better. You know what I'm saying? Good Times, Cosby Show, Fresh Prince, comedies. You know, you can go to the old shows. You know, I mean, the shows now is trash. Before, you know, yeah, before the, you know, they shows be dumb. What's that shit with a nigga whistling?
Oh yeah, they
Andy Griffin.
Andy Griffin.
That shit was ass.
The back in the day with, honey, I'm home. The milk book.
Gunsmoke.
Get the fuck out of here with this shit. That ain't real life. Where the niggas at in that shit?
Mayberry. That's what
Andy Griffin, show me the niggas.
Yeah.
But they don't want to show reality.
The niggas was what? The niggas was in the back of the house. They ain't never showed
No,
the
that nigga
backyard.
hanging. That nigga hanging in the trees. That nigga hanging in the background. Fuck out of here,
Put
man.
someone down.
Yeah. Little rascals and shit. Buckwheat. Nigga got buckwheat. Nigga hair all nappy.
That was funny.
Yeah, 2 versions of that nigga too. That show is like Steinfeld.
That's crazy.
A show about nothing.
But that's their highly esteemed shit.
So when it was time to go to sleep, the whack shit came on.
Tell them to take your ass to bed. It's 11:30 and they playing this bullshit.
Shit, I don't know. I remember, but remember back in the day when TV went off, it just had the flag waving.
Remember that shit?
Yeah, it just had like TV went off.
No.
It just had a flag waving, or you get the colors, like rainbow colors, but it just be the American flag
They used to
waving
play the
the
anthem.
whole night till like 6, 5.
Dude. Now that's what you call a TV program.
Yeah. You putting this American flag. That's the last visual you see before you go to bed.
The last show that came on before the flag was always the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Oh, because that was a late show.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Scare the fuck out of you, then show you the flag.
I don't know if they still got on TV Land, but if you want to watch Edomite shit, just watch TV Land. TV Land show all the Edomite shit. Dumbass shit. You know?
I thought it was on the
Jake shit had flavor. Jake shit talking about real shit.
Oh, you remember when like I said, BET used to be hot, bro? Remember back then? I mean, before it got worse over the years. But
I mean, it was alright. They mainly majority of the shit they played was hood shit and women, niggas dressing up in dresses and shit.
when it takes apart though, like I said, man,
Girlfriends and shit.
Yeah.
but that was probably like at nighttime, wasn't it? Like shit like that. When it takes apart, man, everybody used to watch that. Yeah. Verse 8, and it says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau
Even
were.
when you think about their music, what is a great Edomite musician? Elton John? I mean, tell me. I'm like, let's be real here. I'm sincere in this question. What is a great Edomite musician?
I can't think of one.
I really can't think of one. I'm trying
Michael
to.
Bolton. He might be Jake though. He might be Jake
What
though.
hits do these motherfuckers have?
I mean, just on the Edomites, bro.
Ain't nobody right around to the Beatles. Stop that shit. Because they want to hype the Beatles up. All the Beatles.
See, but they stole everything.
I'm talking about just.
But ain't nobody right around. Let's say that shit.
I think Michael Bolton might. That's the only one I can think of. No, he might not.
Taylor Swift, Katy Perry. Nobody's listening to them niggas.
But of course, like back in the 90s, like I said, with the Edomites, they watched like Ozzy Osbourne, somebody else.
Through.
I forgot who else.
Through.
Like that, the average white man, they gotta be Jake. They have to be Jake.
Even when you look at the country trend, what is it called? The CMT, where you do the country, it's all Edomite country.
Yeah.
Who the fuck listens to that shit? But them Edomites that listen to that shit. They go to the country clubs and do the shit with their boots. They dance when Jake ain't around. They feel free to dance because they can look idiotic amongst each other. You know, they get down in them country clubs. Yeah, they be getting in them country clubs.
They drunk as hell, stomping and shit.
Yeah, but as soon as Jake walk in, you know, this nigga about to outshow us.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been out my nigga all along.
It's something they call it. What that shit they call it? The country dance.
What?
Line dancing. Yeah, the line
Oh,
dance.
yeah, line dance.
They be getting it.
Oh, you remember this? Remember that dance? Remember that dance when they put their hands up? You want that look?
Stop, don't shoot.
No, for
No, yeah, he talking.
Yeah.
The Gothic people.
Yeah, the cream or something like that.
Them niggas is crazy, man. But you really can't think of a great Edomite musician. You know, your greatest artists, all they did was whitewash shit. Michelangelo,
And they stole
Da Vinci.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Beethoven.
That's all they did.
Elvis might be Jake too.
Yeah, well, watch that.
But he stole that form of music. Jake.
Yeah, even if he, regardless, he got his music from they showed it in the movie. He got it from a nigga woman that used to sing in one of the cabins he used to go to. She used to sing up top. He would sit and listen to her sing. Cause what his major song, "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog," that's her song. I actually watched it on YouTube. It's in the black and white. She's singing it. She's singing it with more soul and slow. Cause she's singing about a man being, doing her wrong. But Elvis get the shit. Bullshit. Still in our shit. So you can't name great Edomite shit or nothing, man.
Only thing that he's good for is war. There was some good. He had some good warriors, because that's in there. That's what the Lord blessed him.
His generals.
Adolf Hitler. That's one of the main ones right there. They're popular. Everybody knows about him.
Well, his generals. He take pride in his generals.
Yeah, you got generals. You got Alexander the Great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, World War I, World War II, all those Kaisers, those German Kaisers, which the Kaiser word goes like the Caesars. Even today, the word for like Putin, he's known as a Tsar. Right? When you look at the word Tsar, it goes back to Kaiser.
Lee, Robert E. Lee.
Yeah, Robert E. Lee.
That's the soul's not right in them. He's wickedness is in them. So they're gonna be good at that.
That's why they got their statues.
He's not even a real czar. What?
He's not a real Tsar. That shows you who they are because they always kept that titles. Kaiser, Tsar, Caesar, right?
Right.
Duke. They kept them same title.
Who's that? What's that Disney animation? Anastasia.
Yeah, Anastasia.
I remember that. Yeah, because that was supposed to be over there. That was supposed to be like in Russia, right? Yeah, the cartoon. Yeah.
But that was our people, wasn't it?
I would have to watch that again. I ain't seen that shit since I was.
I ain't seen that. I remember that
No.
name.
That Tsar family was the last Tsar, and that's when we ruled over there at the time.
I think I know what you're talking about because we did have Tsars too. Because we adopted their customs. So it really goes back to when Rome fell because you had this Edomite talking about the Pluto conjunction.
Don't you know after Rome fell, it continued for years and years after that?
Nigga, that's when we came into power. Septimius Severus. They was known as emperors and they took them titles too. It really go back to Edom. You live in
Con. And it says verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau.
And that's why the Roman Renaissance had to come because even though Jake was ruling, off of what Jake had built in Rome, we are supposed to be Romans, right? That ain't us. So here it is, we took over the Roman Empire, right? The eastern part, Constantinople, right? The Byzantine Empire, we took it over, but that ain't our culture. That's not us. So that shit had to fall, man. Just like America, we got Jakes in the American Congress, Supreme Court. Now this nigga Biden appointing nigga women in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I seen.
That's a laughing stock. Biden's a laughing stock. He don't even know what the fuck. He don't even know what Russia is right now. He just up there reading whatever they told him. He has no clue. That nigga don't know what the hell going on. He about to show y'all his real colors too. That he hate niggas.
He said he about to work like a devil.
He about to be that old racist granddaddy. Y'all, because when he was young, he was letting y'all know how he feel.
He said it.
Yeah.
That nigga about to let y'all know what a real racist demon is.
You see how demonic he looks?
That nigga through.
See how beady his eyes?
He look worse than Trump.
Oh yeah, way worse. Like I said, man.
Trump looks
Eyebrows
bad.
sticking up like
Yeah.
this.
Trump looks fucking bad. He wears makeup. Trump looks fucking horrible. But Biden got him beat. They all ugly.
Bro, they all age fucked up.
Yeah, kind
Bro,
of.
Like fucking
who's that
sardines
bitch,
out
Nancy Pelosi? That bitch look like she crawled out of goddamn suit.
Oh,
Nancy Pelosi.
She can't blink.
You know?
So it's one red hair, right?
Some brunette or some shit.
Speaking of house, I think she is.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. Then you got fucking his Hillary Clinton.
She sure.
They all look horrible. They ugly any goddamn way.
This is gotta use that what? They gotta use that adrenochrome, whatever. Like I said,
And that shit ain't working. They too. You know? The Rothschilds look horrible. The old Rothschild. So if you get an Edomite concubine, you got a good 20 years on it, man. So she started looking like,
Cracking.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were.
They look horrible, man. They had an image of this guy Mark Bashar that used to do the NBA shit.
Yeah.
And he was next to
yeah. And they
Bill
say
Ward. Was it Bill
Bill
Ward?
Murray.
No, yeah, Bill Murray.
And
But Bill
Rashad.
Murray, he looked like a zombie.
Amar Rashad like 1 year older than Bill Murray.
He's 72, okay. And Bill Murray 71.
Yeah.
And they was both sitting.
You seen his hair?
No, Mark looked old, but he looked for 70
Well
years.
kept.
But Bill Murray
This
looked
shit
through
look crazy, yo.
this nigga. He just at the game. He think Elgin Baylor playing. He think Will Chamberlain on the court.
He look crazy.
Man, I gotta pull this nigga up, man. This
He
nigga
look crazy.
He look crazy, but I didn't know he looked that bad, man.
Bro,
He
I
was
was
different
looking
from
at
Ghostbusters.
Hey,
That nigga's through.
oh, Bill Murray.
I was looking at different actresses and actresses who like aged, you know, like Brooke Shields. Yo, she looked ripped. Sharon Stone. Oh shit. You look like Mr. Magoo.
He look like he's out of here. He look like he about to throw that in the motion.
No, that ain't the picture I
I
see.
mean, this ain't even a bad picture.
Yeah,
bro.
the
He
picture-
look bad there.
You got that other picture you talking about?
With his hair sticking up.
Yeah.
He look like he was in a whole nother realm.
That's like, you know, they threw. Ooh.
Yeah, damn.
But hey, man, that's the curse of Cain. That's the curse of Cain, man. Go ahead, bro.
Done. And it says verse 9, and it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
That's when the world starts. That's when life begins. Right? These time periods we have lived in, that's just been, you know, a journey, right? What the Lord set forth for us to go through to get the kingdom, right? If the sons of God fail, all right, then the Lord said, okay, now I'm gonna let Nebuchadnezzar know, yeah, he's out of here.
Damn. Yeah,
He's out of here. The Lord said, I'm gonna let Shoayash.
I gotta see that one.
He like,
Oh,
He's like a mannequin.
that nigga look, I'd be scared to bring him outside, so he ain't gonna die while I'm with him. Don't die on that car.
crazy.
You know?
They must be programmed.
But shit, yeah, you know, the Lord told Nebuchadnezzar, look, certain kingdoms is gonna reign until the end. So, and then we played it out already. We played out that dream. Matter of fact, brother, give me that in Daniel, the Nebuchadnezzar's dream. We let them know the end of times, because we played it out. We played out the Lord's movie. You know, that was the whole journey we had to go through. For everybody that want to know, when does life begin? Right? Real life, real living. You know? Because you've had, for everybody that's so emotional about their mothers, their wives, guess what? You've had other wives in other past lives. You've had other mothers in other past lives. Oh, and let me tell you something. This is how important your mother is. Now, we love our mothers, right? But you have brothers who have moms that are Edomites.
7?
You know what's going to happen to that brother's mom?
2.
She's going to the slavery. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you the father is important, man. You know? Because you can have a father that's a Jake, but if your mom's a Edomite, she don't receive it.
Is it Daniel 7 or Daniel 2?
Daniel 2. Daniel 2 is good. It speaks about it in Daniel 7 too, but Daniel 2 is in Daniel 2.
I think it started at 13. I'm which one?
I mean, we've had past lives. So this has just been a journey in pre-trials and tests and punishment too, for going against what the Lord said in the garden. All right, you want to learn good and evil, you're gonna learn it the hard way. And I'm gonna have your ass being reincarnated throughout different time periods. You right? Learn it and die. Going through pain and sorrow, man. Go ahead, Hope.
We're going to start on the next verse. Okay, this is Daniel 2:31. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. The image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, and his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, and his feet part of iron and part clay. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were iron and clay, and brake them into pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, and the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer there is formed. And the wind carried them away.
Read verse 28 and then jump back in.
Okay. This is Daniel 2:28. But there is a power in heaven that revealeth secrets, and maketh known to King Nebuchadnezzar what thou shalt be in the latter days.
In the latter days. That's the point. In the latter days. So this dream he had pursued to the latter days, the last days. All right? Go ahead. Now you can drop back down to what you
This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the Most High of heaven have given thee a kingdom, power, strength, and glory. And whosoever and wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of heaven have he given into thy hand, and have made thee.
So he did that with Nebuchadnezzar. He gave him control of everything. Don't shit move without my say-so. Right? The Lord can do that. The scriptures tell you, he set it up one, put it down another. He ruled from the kingdom of men and give it to himself. He can do whatever the hell he wants on earth. And that's mercy. That's just. You had your blessing. You lived it up. Honey, I'm home. Kill a nigga. Right? You was able to do that. You was able to lynch us as you felt free, burn us alive, chop our balls off. Or you still got, what's that woman? Henrietta Lex. Still got her sales, right? Still doing,
They said, yeah, we was able to find the cure and medicine for cancer and all these things. You know, bullshit, huh?
Go ahead, Off.
Thou art
Read up again on that verse.
And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowl and the heaven have ye given into thine hand, and have made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold, and after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdue all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereso as thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay, and a part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay.
It shall have the strength of the iron. So what is that iron? Rome. But it's divided, right? Because ancient Rome got divided. When Rome was falling, you had the western part and the eastern part. Towards the end, Jake ruled the eastern part. Esau still had kind of control of the western part, right? You fast forward to today, what do you have? You have Europe, right? That's that 10. That's the toes. That's that union, right? But they're divided, right? They all part of the union, but they all have their own ways, what they want to achieve, you know. And we're gonna see that come to fruition when NATO turns into war. You got certain members of NATO that want to back America. You got certain nations of NATO that want to back Russia. You know, and they divide. Go ahead, dog. But it has the strength of Rome. It has the strength of that iron. That's why you go to the book of Revelation. The wound that was healed. All right? How did it start? Roman Renaissance. That's why people believe in Christianity. That's why people believe Jesus. All right? They believe our Lord can look anyway and it doesn't matter. You know? Well, because it was taught that it didn't matter. But it only doesn't matter when we say that he looks like so-called black. It doesn't matter. He can be any color. You know, for truth's sake, it matters. For the truth, it matters. We want to know the truth now. Right? We're like Neo. We want to get out of the matrix and live and know what's really going on. Right? We don't want to know lies anymore. You know?
For as much also thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes and the feet were part iron and part clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
There you go. So that's the parting of the son of the times. We're here. We see what's going on. That's why this thing with NATO is so instrumental and so important, because the Lord is about to come and crack them toes. We're living in some beautiful time, man. Give me many prophets, kings that desired to see, you know, I'm just quoting, I don't remember what I'm talking, that desired to see this day. We're literally at the end, bro. We're literally at the end. The Lord is about to come crack. Read that verse again.
It's back in Daniel 2 and 44, and in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall be not left to another people, but it shall break in pieces and consume
and this kingdom ain't gonna be left to another people. This time he ain't gonna give it to the heathens. This time he gonna give it to the nation that he chose. Come on, man. Oh, y'all must shine. We finna get a kingdom. Now we finna rule on the earth. Now we gonna know what it's like to make the decrees, man. Where everybody ain't been giving a fuck about us. Fuck America and Russia, man. Fuck them both. And they both born burn. Wicked ass place, man. And you people are wicked too, because y'all don't cry about nothing. Yeah, let people be faggots and let women rule over men. Let your kids do what the hell they want to do. You people are fucking disgusting. As long as you can get a green paper dollar bill in your pocket, you don't give a fuck about nothing. You don't care what you eat, you don't care what you listen to, you don't give a fuck about nothing. That's why the Lord said, let the multitude perish that was born in vain. Because you don't regard life. You don't care about life. The only people that care about life is the elect. Well, that's the spirit, because they was with the Lord in the beginning. Forming life, forming creation, man. You people don't care about life, so fuck you, the extras in the movie. Does anybody cry about the extras in the movie? In Squid Game, right? It was many niggas dying every episode.
Yeah.
But we only was ready to drop a tear for the main characters.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about
crazy.
the extras.
Yeah, that's true.
Why nobody give a fuck about all the rest of them niggas that was dying? In the first episode, we was laughing. But as soon as your favorite dies, oh shit, it's fucked up. The other nigga had family too. This is the Lord's movie. All you motherfuckers are extras.
Laugh like calamity. There's a lot of funny shit happens too.
Yep. Go ahead, oh.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all the kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Why is it going to consume all the kingdoms? Because the book of Ezra spoke about the Lord going to have many crowns. He's going to take all these crowns from China, Russia, NATO, all give it up. I'm ruling. We gonna be just like this. That's right, y'all. Fuck them up. That's right. Get them. You know what I'm saying? Get up. Woo! Y'all shot fuck their ass up. whoop that trick.
Yeah.
You know? We gonna be the back chilling. This our Lord's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? We
That's
hype.
That's why the scripture says what? The most shall take, what's it saying? What? They shall take the kingdom.
Yeah. What the scripture say, he treaded the wine press alone.
Yeah.
That's why for you niggas trying to get glory, the Lord, yes, he's sitting on the right hand side of the Father, but he's actually doing something. He ain't just sitting down all day. But he still hasn't got his kingdom. He hasn't even got his glory yet from these people. Y'all see him as a sacrificial lamb. No, y'all gotta bow down, y'all face to the earth, to the King of Kings, man. Every eye shall see him. You're gonna have the dead being raised just so they can bow down and give him reverence, man. Everybody's gonna witness the King coming back.
It's like, let me rephrase it. The saints of the most I shall take the kingdom.
And that's only because we're gonna be joint heirs with him. But he is his kingdom. It's Yahweh Shai's kingdom, man. He's the stone coming to crush the toes, not us.
Yep. This is it.
And they're gonna realize that the hard way, man. You're gonna serve Yahweh Shai one way or the other, man. Forcibly or willingly.
Yep.
Kiss the son, lest he be angry. You know? That's what the scripture said. Kiss the ring. Bow the fuck down. You people ain't shit any goddamn way. Hate these fucking people, man. The pride of life. You know?
They're not worried about
When you come into the truth, you realize you ain't shit. You realize you don't deserve anything. You deserve death. All the wicked shit you done. Even now, some of the thoughts that come into our heads, we should be, oh shit, that rebuke, oh shit. And them demons. You be like, yo, I need a new body. You know, we fucking through. So what the hell you boasting in, man?
For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver,
Now,
and the gold.
that's actually spiritual. It represents Yahweh Shai, but Ezra's actually said he's seen a mountain that wasn't called, he couldn't see what it was called, and that represents that fathership. And the fathership will come and tear these kingdoms up. You can, the whole sky gonna be black. The fathership is, we see it. They see it on the radar.
Yeah.
A chariot bigger than Earth. That's crazy.
That's why they made the movie The Independence Day. You know, they know that, like I said, you know, they got it from the scripture. You know, that's what it says. I think roughly paraphrasing. It says, therefore, the devil knows, but roughly paraphrasing, but he trembles for what? There's a power, and so you know, that's why he's doing all these things. You know,
Revelation 12 as well.
yeah, but it's short time. That's why, like I said, he's trying to again speed this thing up, man. You know, it's time is short. That's why we gotta bring this new world order. That's why I think I felt with President. I think Ronald Reagan. He said that we all need to come together. Like the Space Force, so what? We all have to ally ourselves against something that's coming. You know, they know that. Hey, they said it. I said whatever decades ago, man. So,
Yeah, they already know it's, they put the nuclear destruction in all their movies.
yeah.
You know, they planning for it. But see, that's why you can't buy us off. Because we'll give up on that. We know about the Lord. We know who that is. We know who's coming. We ain't shit. We know when we die, we have rest, we have peace. We finished our course. Any brother that died in his faith, he coming back to the church. And he have rest right now. Right? And when he comes back, he gonna be like, yo, I was only up there. He gonna be in the chair. He gonna be like, yo, I was only up there for like 5 minutes. It felt like 5 minutes. But for us, it was years. Time different, you know. So you can't scare us, man. You know what scares us? The Lord. This judgment he about to bring, that's what scares us.
That's why she says, what? Pray not about the flesh, but pray to what? Pray not kill the body and the soul, which is hell. You know? He's the former of all things. He created good, he created evil. He created the left hand side, the right hand side. Oh, so it's like, yeah, man. Again, it's the Lord, man. You know, like, hey, the scripture says, pray not that kill the body. Pray that, like I said, pray not to kill the body and the soul, which is in hell. You know, the Lord created all this, man. Actually, the Lord knows your strength and your weaknesses, man. You know, that's what you should. Hey, demon-like power, man. I shot you, demon-like power, man. You know, the Lord created it. Hey, he even said it himself, man. I formed the light, I created the dark. You know, should I not be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? The Lord said it himself. We told you right there he was doing it, man. You know, the man goes out the Lord, how should man know his own way? The Lord's telling you that that everything that you see on the earth is the Lord's will of doing it, man. You know, that's him alone. You know, they're gonna show you.
That's why we gotta go harder in the shit. We gotta stop being lukewarm, man. Being lazy, man. You can't be like that, man. The Lord will speed your ass up, man. You know, we gotta go hard in this thing, man. We at the end. This is it. This is what not just the elders been waiting for, not just what we've been waiting for, but the book. Oh, the book. You got it in Luke.
Yeah.
You got it.
You want me to finish it when we get that?
Get that real quick.
All right. This is Luke 10 and 24. In this red letter, so it's our Lord speaking. It says, "For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them."
Many people have, for centuries, for ages, been waiting to see these times. Going back to what the brothers reading in Daniel. To see the 10 toes. Nebuchadnezzar wanted to see the 10 toes being crushed. What is this? What is this we talking about? Daniel broke down the vision. He wanted that to happen. When you fast forward to the Lord coming on the scene, what the apostles asked when you at this time restore the kingdom? Because they understood those ancient scrolls that was passed down throughout our lineage, throughout our heritage. Those were passed down, the scrolls of Daniel, the scrolls of Jeremiah. Our Lord read from the scroll of Isaiah. He said it is fulfilled. I have come to deliver the captives. And that's when they go like, hold on, that's blasphemy. He's saying he's fulfilling Isaiah. So we had the scrolls. So they were waiting for that to be fulfilled, right? They have desired to see these times. We here. The 10 toes. Get active, baby. We here, man. You know, it ain't a time to be depressed, be fucking down and out. Now, you know, we a little anxious because we about to go through Jacob's trouble. But we here, man. We here. The Karama already fucking here. It ain't coming, it's here. People already getting the Karama over there in Sweden. All it takes for another crisis, and then they gonna bring it in.
Talking about that. Hey, some people in the U.S. got it. There's a job out, I believe, Oregon, somewhere in Oregon, I believe, where the CEO made everybody get the M to the O.
It's out there in Wisconsin.
Oh, is that what it was, Wisconsin?
Well, they had that. What was that news? 3 Square Market a while back.
That's what you're talking about, right?
3 Square Market.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, this was a couple years back.
It was a couple years ago.
Yeah, 3 Square Market.
Yeah, and they was making all the CEO made all the employees.
Yeah, they had the vending
M
machine.
to the O to the.
Yeah. If you want to buy a Snicker bar, you can put your hand. Fuck, nigga. Get my soul up for a Snicker bar.
Simple shit, man. Volcano.
But we're here now. We're here. That's the point. We're hit, the Karagma's already here, so it's not like these things are going to take a long time to happen. Everything's happening simultaneously, man. It's going to fall like dominoes, man. That's why the Lord said, "I'm gonna speed up the days," which He has been speeding up the days. So one day you're gonna look up and the children are gonna be here, man. The infrastructure is here, and I just brought up the article that they want to take Russia. They want to take Russia off the SWIFT system. They're moving on to this next system, man. Call out Yahweh Shemel Shah, because these prophecies come to pass, man. We trying to get the fuck up out of here. I don't know what the hell these niggas on. This one.
Shit. They used to remember about the four. You guys remember about 2 years ago about the 400 prophecy. Where they at now?
Hey, man.
You running.
You know, nowhere near in sight.
Yeah, what did they say? Like, what was they saying? What, the year 2020 or something?
Yeah, 2020.
Maybe.
You want to go back to Daniel?
Pandemic came. That came.
Paul Bagley was even giving
Oh,
the
did you
date.
finish that video?
Yeah, you just wanted that one, right?
Oh, yeah. Go on.
The great power, Maccabees 2,
Yeah, stuff from the top of the
Maccabees 2 and 45, for as much thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, that the great power Yahweh Shemel Shah have made known to the kings what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain.
So he let them know, I'm going to give y'all kingdoms. You heathens, I'm going to give y'all kingdoms. But this is what's going to happen after you. We are literally living in biblical times, biblical prophecy, the end of the age, man. Go ahead, Lord.
And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure.
And now fast forward from Babylon to the daughter of Babylon, right? And it's being fulfilled. Look how beautiful the Lord is. He gave Esau Rome, right? He revised it in Rome, but he also fulfilled that prophecy of Babylon in the daughter of Babylon, which is ruled by Edom. That's heavy, man. And both of them kingdoms represent the evil. The Lord is heavy, which goes back to our curses that the brother read, as swift as an eagle fly. That was going to be the kingdom that was going to be destroyed before the Lord comes back. Right?
We know that America, like I said, is our last kingdom because, like I said, we were earlier, it says what? It's going to be our everlasting kingdom. We know that it's not talking about America. So, again, what is another sign that America's on its downfall, man? You know? So what? So basically, like I said, so again, that debunks all the Edomites that thinking that, like I said, that what America's gonna come back from the Great Depression and all, you know, the 2008 financial crisis and all that stuff. You know, like I said, we can show you that it's over for America, man. That's why the scripture says what? We were to heal Babylon, but she cannot be healed, forsaken, because this place is finished.
Like brother said, the Lord is beautiful. Real quick, Isaiah 34:16, it says, "Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua and read, and none of these shall fail." So everything that's in the scriptures will come into fruition.
Word.
The book of Psalms, chapter
Yeah,
137.
you other religions. Now do y'all believers? What prophecies y'all got happening, man? Because you can only speak about the Russian and Ukraine situation not from the scriptures. You can only apply that biblically. Yeah, but Kemet ain't talking about that.
What about the 5%ers?
True.
About those?
Right, yeah. No God. Peace, God. What's the knowledge?
5%.
What's the science? What's the mathematics?
Scientology.
Ooh, they got 5% of their brain capacity.
You stupid.
Go ahead, Lord.
The book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children
You
of
have your
Edom.
woman come out like that. It's cold as fuck. And any little wind, her shit blow up.
And she
This
trying to
place
make
has
it.
to, this place has to be destroyed, man.
Doesn't respect her.
You're trying to show
Well, he's destroyed.
I get
I don't have respect for that nigga either. If you let me do it, I'll do it. And the woman was, if I were a woman, no way in hell she come out like that.
That's embarrassing.
In the heat.
I know. That's embarrassing.
Bitch, you better put something on and go past your knees.
But like you said,
At least to your knees.
yeah, and it's going to be a day real soon. She wish she was covered up.
Nigga, a weirdo can just come out and go, nigga, I see a woman panties, nigga. Shit is crazy, man. This shit is wild,
Ain't
man.
nothing about it either.
Yeah,
And the shit like that
time
pisses us
on.
off, because that's Jake. You know what I'm saying? Eat might do. But that's Jake doing that shit. They don't give a fuck. That's why we say death to the two-thirds. Go ahead, Lord.
No, Jake likes showing off they woman like that.
Yeah.
Look like I got it. You know what I'm saying?
The book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof.
You know,
O daughter of Babylon,
hold on. Wait a minute. Edom is daughter of Babylon? There you go. Pretty mixed. So the Babylon was revised in Edom. Rome was revised under Edom. Egypt was revised under Egypt. All right?
who
Yeah, actually, the eagle go back to Egypt too. Yeah, the eagle too.
Say again?
The eagle. They was using the eagle in Egypt too.
Yeah.
who are to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Who is this talking about? Edom, the daughter. That's a prophecy in the book of Psalms. Because where can we find Esau ruling Babylon? And it doesn't say Babylon, it says the daughter of Babylon. Where did Edom rule the daughter of Babylon? And why do they need to be rewarded for what they do to the saints? Right here in America, man.
Reward her double.
Reward this bitch double. Jump this bitch like y'all jumping Ukraine. You praying and jump like a motherfucker. They're like, what the fuck? You niggas is looking at me getting my ass whooped.
You said you were help.
You know what I'm saying? The goddamn leader of the country, he up there bruised up. He got the microphone. Announcement. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is catching hell, man. You know, through, man. Look at the interviews they doing with the leader, man. This shit look tacky. You know? Nigga dodging books, bombs and shit on the way to the press conference, man.
Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
Why would the Lord say something like that? Why would that make someone happy? That ain't supposed to make nobody happy. You know?
Ugly ass Edomite babies and they look at you, man. You can pick one up and just, That's fine.
Hey, man, the Lord gonna put the spirit on us to do that, man. Cause I mean, we can't do that right now. I don't have it in me to take this baby and bash the head. I need to be changed. Cause I want to do it, but I just don't. I don't have it in me to grab the baby. You know, the Lord gotta, cause we gotta get them back. we just weak. You know, we gotta, cause we're not even as strong like we was in the ancient days. We just been weakening this society. You get scared, you kill a wild animal. You know, we used to do that every day. They used to get meat, get food. But you know, to enact the judgment the Lord wants us to enact, we're gonna have to be changed. Because the Lord knows everything they've done to us. The Lord knows everything they continue to do, and they have to be judged according to the Lord's fury and wrath. That's why we were judged according to His fury and wrath. He put the spirit on Esau to whoop our ass, and they surely did it. You know, so they gonna get it. And we ain't got no choice. That's why the Lord gonna change us. Even if we did was, Lord, let's take it easy. Nope, nigga, I'm changing you. You know, now you think like me. You know, and we gonna understand everything too. So we gonna know why man, it ain't gonna be nothing for us to dash and got them Edomite in that thing. You know? Go ahead, true justice. Not having you sit in court and lie all goddamn day.
He's stupid.
Go ahead. Yeah, that was it. You know, Revelation 12 and 12. Let's go back to eat. Make sure we always got some precepts.
Got a precept?
Come on.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
That backs up what you just read, so that's a good one. Yeah, because they enacted the Lord's fury and wrath upon us. They did what they were supposed to do, but they forwarded. They did shit that was unnecessary. All right, experiments on our people. All right, rape.
Yeah, I just seen I just read last week that I don't know the doctor's names and all that, but they used to do surgery on our women without anesthesia because they said that we didn't feel pain. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
But they would give the Edomites anesthesia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they would cut the baby out the womb.
Yeah.
See the stages of the baby when it's born in the stomach.
Like I said, watch some of the movies. Like I said, slaves couldn't read, or that's just medical books. They gave the Edomite daughters, like I said, to learn the bodies and all that stuff. I think it was that movie. What's that movie that remake? Roots. In a certain part, I think. You remember when?
Remake.
Yeah, remake. Remember when Kinsey?
I like the old Roots.
Yeah, I think Kinsey, right?
Kinsey. Yeah.
Remember where Edomite friend? You mean they were showing her books?
That's Kunta daughter.
Yeah, Kunta daughter. Yeah, you remember? She was probably an Edomite girl, and they was looking at the books, the medical books and stuff.
Yeah. I like the old one because in the old one.
The one with Sissy Spacey. No. Who's that?
Oh, what's that name? I forgot, man.
From Roots?
Yeah.
So the dude that reading the rainbow dude, the dude that played Toby?
Yeah, no, but the dude that made it, the dude that actually made it. Alex Hayes, yeah. Alex Hayes. Yeah. But you know, it shows you when Kinsey had befriended the Edomite daughter on the plantation. And then she got of age. She passed the flower her age, so the owner wanted to sell her off.
Right.
That's what Cooper lost her. You know, he understood, like, no, these niggas is safe. But the point is, her friend that was supposed to be her best friend, she rolled past her. He said, help me, they gonna try to She just you know, like it was nothing. Kinsey ended up getting raped. And then she gave birth to Chicken George, which Chicken George is a terror. Like, you don't know that in the movie. You know, he furthers a line of tears. Really, the line stopped at Cooper. You know what I'm saying? You know, that warrior line. It really did. That warrior line start. Because I watched the whole shit. I watched it till they got to the military part where they was fighting Esau military. The line stopped because they started acting coolish. You know, they became terrorists. See the terrorists. That warrior spirit of Cooper going back to the homeland ended. And that's a whole nother topic. We got a whole bunch of tails amongst our people. A whole bunch of Jakes you think is Jakes that's actually Edomites, Moabites, Ishmaelites. They ain't just Edomites. They a whole different type of nation. Yeah. You be thinking they Jake just because they got Jordans on and do-rag. No, man. Anybody can grow up around niggas and act like niggas. Especially if that's all they ever knew. They went to school around Jake, they grew around Jake. They can act like that's nothing. That's great. You mimic what you see. You know, that's why the Lord gonna have the angels sift between the wheat and the tares, man. Because there's certain ones we can't just distinguish through. And they got rhythm too, so some of them got rhythm. You can't just say, oh, you got other nations got rhythm too.
Some Jake don't got rhythm.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's just, that's the way the Lord said.
My step-pops can't dance for shit. But he nigga.
I ain't the greatest dancer. I mean, I got a mean two-step, but you know what I mean?
My step-pops ain't even like that.
I got a mean two-step.
But he a nigga.
You know what I mean?
You go down south with all my people, niggas.
Jordan be busting my ass with the dance. Jordan
You stay right here.
Hey, you know, you Jake.
And that's my seed, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
She
this
can
is your
dance her ass
space.
off. My shit ain't like her.
So you can't always judge off of those, you know. Hey man, Jake has been scattered throughout the nations. But a telltale sign is his work. Like you in this ministry doing this work for years, you Jake. I know heathen do this shit.
Right.
It ain't meant for the heathens. You know, it's been called for. This has been chosen just for his nation. Even if a heathen did get it, he wouldn't last long. The scriptures tell you that the name of the Lord is dreadful to the heathen. They can't handle this, man. They can't handle this word. You see what happens every time the word comes out? They melt. They start to melt.
Yeah, the horn starts showing with heat. A lot of times the horn starts showing with heat.
Yeah, they can't handle this word.
You just spiritually you see the horn sticking out. They can't handle it.
They can't even say the name.
Yeah. No, we don't even want them saying the name. They'll take that and do some wild shit.
Right.
You got something?
Yeah, kind of right here. Done. This is Isaiah chapter 49. I have to make sure this is read up.
Yeah, get all the meat off that bone.
This is Isaiah chapter 49, verse. Let's see. I'm starting from verse 8. I'm starting from verse 16. I can go up a little bit. I'm starting from verse 11, verse 10, and it says, verse 12, stop here. It says, behold, the days come far, and lo, these are from the north and from the west, and these are the land of Shemim, saying, O heaven, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains, for the Most High have comforted his people, and will show mercy upon his afflicted. But Zion said, the Lord hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. Can a woman forget her suckling child?
And that's what Jake does. That's what Jake has done. They put off the Lord, or they made him into a power that doesn't judge, that doesn't come to save. He's just in sky heaven, and he lets you do as you will. They put off the Lord. No, we have a Lord that judges. We have a Lord that's coming to deliver us, man. You know? But you had to go through your punishment. You had to get punished, nigga. And you still got to get punished because you still doing wickedness. You ain't finished your punishment yet. All you niggas that claim that you free, you finna find out during Jacob's trouble. Be free to save yourself, man. Go ahead on.
I'm sorry for verse 8. Read on it. It says, verse 8 says, Thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, in the day of salvation have I helped thee, and I will pursue thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish the earth, to cause
That's
the earth, to
So they were given a covenant to rule over the earth. That's what it goes into. That's why they were given the laws first. That's the whole, because the nations are going to get the laws too, but they're going to get it through the chosen seed. We were given the laws first, so we'll establish the righteous order. We're learning the ways now, so we'll get ready to lead the nations in the right way. These nations weren't created just to be done away with. Like, you know, so that Moabite, she gonna live good. You know, she gonna be a concubine. You know, but she gonna get taught the ways of the Lord. She gonna get taught the Lashawan Kodash. They were put here for a purpose also. The only one that was put here to be the destroyer is Esau. The earth was created for all the nations. You know? Go ahead.
Read again. It says, verse 8 says, Thus saith the Lord.
But we the leaders. I'm the daddy.
Thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee, and I will pursue thee and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritage.
What the hell? What is that?
Yeah. That thou mayest say to the prisoners, Go forth, and to them that are in darkness, show yourselves. They shall feed in the ways, and their pastures shall be in high places.
That's that lost sheep coming out of the darkness, coming out of their prisons. You know, they were lost to who they were. They were not no way to the lost sheep. You lost. You don't know where the fuck you at. You don't know what's going on. You know? Go ahead.
They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them.
Yeah, because does that mean like the sun gonna be done away with in the kingdom? No. It's still gonna be hot days. It's still gonna be cold. We still have season changes. But see, the bodies we gonna have ain't gonna be affected by that. It's gonna always feel good days. You know what I'm saying? We can make a storm and somewhere. Fucking blizzard, bitch. But we chilling out that shit. Our body temperature don't go too high, don't go too low. We just chilling in the middle of a blizzard while everybody else taking for cover. You know? That's gonna be part of our heritage, part of our world. Okay?
They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them. For he that have mercy on them shall lead them. Even the springs of water shall he guide them.
Yeah, whatever you want to eat, you just eat. Whatever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want. Think of it, it's gonna be made on the spot, fresh, hot. You know what I'm saying? That's great. You ain't gotta leave your palace. And your palace is gonna be like a city. It ain't gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like your whole palace is gonna be large. Imagine if a brother want his whole family to live with. Right? Think about it. This is how far out the Most High is. A small one should be a strong nation. Right? That means your seed, you're gonna have millions of children. If you want all your kids to live with you, you may have a palace that's fucking a city. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the fathership is bigger than the earth. What's in the chariot? And that's a vehicle. That's how far out the Lord is. His vehicle is bigger than the planet we stay on.
The Lord has no limits. The Lord has no limits.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
Space like this. Like
there's no bounds with the Lord, man. Go ahead, though.
Verse 11, it says, And I will make my mountains a way, and my highway shall be exalted. Behold, these shall come far and lo, these from the north and from the west, and these from the land of Shimon. Sing, O heaven, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains, for the Lord hath comforted his people, and will have mercy upon his afflicted. For Zion said, The Lord hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. Can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet I will not forget them. So to show you, again, the Lord has not forgotten us. You know, even though, like I said, our nation have forsaken the Lord, forsaken the Lord. It's like that our nation have forsaken the Lord. And of course, like I said, with that comes consequences. But at the end of the day, like I said, the Lord made that promise, man. You know, from Abraham unto Isaac unto Jacob, man. And mean that what? He shall keep his seed, man. You know, he shall not break that oath, that covenant, man. you know? And that what? He will still give him his blessing, which is surely to come out of this kingdom, man. You know? That's why the scripture says what? The Lord is not a man that he should lie. The Lord has never lied, man. The Lord will keep his promise, man. You know? And it says, verse 16, behold, I have given, behold, I have graven thee upon psalms of my hands, and the walls are continually before me. It says, thy children shall make...
I wanted to get that word cinema. Because it said, read that verse again, when it says it should take us from the north.
Verse 12, it says, behold, they shall come far, and lo, these from the north, and from the west, and these from the land of Sinim.
Yeah, it says the name occurs in Isaiah's prophecy of the return of people from distant lands. It said the land is clearly far off, and it must be sought either in the south or in the east. The Septuagint, which is the Septuagint is one of the earliest forms of the New Testament, points to an eastern country. Many scholars have favored identifications of China. It seems improbable that the Jews have already found their way to China. They don't understand how people are scattered to the four corners. So that Sinim represents our people coming from the east, from eastern countries. You know? Yeah. There you go. Yep.
Scattered abroad.
There you go. You drop that down.
Going verse 17, it says, thy children shall make haste, thy destroyers and they that made thee. It says, thy children shall make haste, thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth with thee. Lift up thine eyes round about, and behold, all these gather themselves together and come to thee. As I live, saith the Lord, thou shalt surely clothe thee with them all, as with an ornament, and bind them on thee as a bride doeth.
That's that marriage circle. That's why I always stress, man, the marriage circle is going to be the greatest moment in history, man.
Yeah.
The reunion of the Lord with the first spirits that was created after him, man. You know?
Yeah.
That's going to be a hell of a party, man. Hell of a party. You know,
Verse 19, it says, for thy waist...
We might not even be in no rush to come back down and conquer it. It's going to be so lit up there. Go ahead, up.
Okay. For thy waste and thy desolate places, and the land of thy destruction shall even now be tomorrow by reason of the inhabitants, and they that swallow thee up shall be far away. The children which thou shalt have, after thou hast lost the other, shall say again in thine ears, the place is too strait for me, give place to me that I may dwell. Then shalt thou say in my heart, who have begotten me these, seeing I have lost my children, am desolate, a captive and removing to and fro, and who have brought up these? Behold, I was left alone, and these were had they been. It says, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles, and set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders.
Oh man, so Lord, you gotta read verse 21 again.
It says, then shalt thou say in heart, who have begun me these, seeing I have lost my children.
Who have begotten me these? Go ahead.
Who have begotten these? Who have begotten me these, seeing I have lost my children, and am desolate, a captive, and removing to and fro.
That's speaking about us as a nation. You know, steady in captivity. You know, moving to and fro from nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. You know, we building, buying, selling. We ain't profiting. We ain't moving. We ain't going nowhere. We just to and fro in captivity, man. You know, they the lender, with the borrower, they the head, we the tail.
Yeah, verses. Behold, I was left alone. These where had they been? Then, question. Thus said the Lord power.
They were scattered to and fro, lost.
Verse 22, it says, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles, and set up my standard to the people. And they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. It says, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
This is a prophecy in the end times. So this has never happened to Israel. This hasn't happened yet, man. You know?
Nah, that's an old one.
This is speaking about them being gathered from all the corners of the earth.
Come. And it says, they shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lift up the dust of thy feet.
This ain't happened yet. Go ahead.
Come. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord. And it says, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for thee.
All we gotta do is wait and watch, man. Stay on our watch. We ain't gonna be ashamed. Have patience. Learn what patience is. During your punishment, learn what patience is. Right? Once you get the kingdom, that's it. So learn what the Lord wants you to learn on this side. Right? We going through this for a reason. Nobody likes being punished. Nobody likes going through the punishment. What is the end result of it?
Okay. And it says, verse 24, shall they prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captives delivered? But say, what? Thus say,
shall the prey be taken from the mighty? Who's the mighty? He's the Esau. This nigga got the power.
Oh, yeah.
Shall the prey be taken from his hand? Right? And it said, or the lawful captives delivered, the lawful captive. We were given the law, statutes, and commandments, the elect. Should the lawful captive be delivered? The answer is yes. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. And that's what these nations aren't considering. Shall the lawful captive be delivered? Brother showed that picture of Putin with the saints on the wall. They know who we are. Should these niggas be delivered? That's what they say. Or they're going to be taken out of our hands? Because, hey, Psalm 33 said they came confederate against us. That's Putin, Biden, and all these motherfuckers. They confederate to keep us below them.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, Revelation 2:9 says, I know thy poverty, but thou art rich. So, yes, we're struggling right now. We're being chastised right now, but what does it mean by thou art rich? Rich with the promises, what we will obtain, in the end game.
And on top of that, too, as well, because like I said, these other nations don't consider us because we already been destroyed, Like I said, because what? They can't do, like I said, they can't worry about what's really going on in Ukraine at the end of the day, They worry about themselves, like I said, just do nigga shit, man. Especially the time that we're in the time of war. But again, it's like, I digress, but the point I was trying to say is the fact that, basically, like I said, these other nations, like I said, whether it be China, India, Russia, they believe that they're going to be the next superpower when the scripture says that the Lord shall have the liberation, man.
Right.
They don't look at us, like I said, as the next superpower. But like I said, of course, at the end of the day, like I said, the Lord going to crack the skies, the angels, like I said, of course, like I said, the Lord going to give us spiritual powers or whatever the Lord going to give us, man. Like I said, what? We're going to be changing them bodies, man. Having sharp threshing instrument that I read last week, man, says what? Be not afraid, thou worm Jacob,
Yeah, it's a white
that's why that shit just says, fear not, thou worm Jacob. Okay.
Like a cow.
No, but hey, man, what you saying?
Yeah, I was saying, that's why I read last week, I said, the scripture says, fear not, thou worm Jacob, I shall make thee, like I said, a new threshing instrument, man, have the sharp teeth, man, threshing mountains, man, That's why I said, like I said, because these other nations, they believe that whoever wins, like I said, this war is going to be the next superpower.
Yeah, and that's false because they ain't going to be the next superpower because the Lord set it up to where if America falls, they all fall. China's whole economy is based off of America thriving. That's why the book of Revelation speaks about the merchants mourning when this bitch drunk. They're getting bold with this whole crypto shit. But if America falls, all the rest of the economy falls. It's been built upon this petrol bill. So regardless if you move off the system, everything's going to crumble. And the people that run this whole financial system, they're going to allow it to crumble. So the Most High set it up to where if America falls, everybody falls. That's why this guy Putin, he already got in his mind. He said, look, they want to test us, we're going to shoot you. fuck it. You got a stronger military than us, but we got nukes. We got the best nukes. And guess what? Nobody gonna win. That's what people say. Okay, you bigger and better than us, but we got the best nukes. So well, I'll just shoot nukes. That's like a nigga that you could beat up, but he got a gun. I'll just shoot you, nigga. Right? Nobody will win, bitch. Bah! Right? That's Putin's mind state. So once America falls, that's it.
And now, mind you, like I said, this is the Lord that's putting these spirits on, like I said, on these leaders nation, man. You know, they don't want. I mean, like I said, bro, just look at it. They just out of it.
They just want some fucking halal meat and a computer.
They serve no purpose,
They don't
man.
want. They don't give a. They ain't concerned about nothing. They just want some halal meat. They want to make it in school and send money back home. They extras, bro. But that's all right. Your leaders are coming to get you right. Cause the heathens ain't gonna be like how they are now in the kingdom. They doofuses now, but we gonna teach them how to be. Like if we get an Edomite concubine, she ain't gonna act like an Edomite. She ain't gonna behave like an Edomite. She ain't gonna smell like it. She gonna smell like how you want to smell. Her hygiene gonna be to the point you want it to be. She gonna bathe in them oils just like the rest of your women. She gonna bathe in milk and honey just like the rest of your women. She gonna be purified just like the rest of your women. Right? So she may be an Edomite, but she ain't gonna be acting like no Edomite. They gonna be like, damn, she a whole nother level. That's because she's one of the concubines of the Israelites. You know, so these heathens gonna change too. Everybody go under the rulership of Yahweh Shem Shah, everybody's gonna change. People look doofus now because look who's ruling. People are weird now because look who's ruling. You got what was it? Comic-Con, people dress up, anime, grown ass people. In a Sailor Moon outfit. Dead ass serious.
He said a Sailor Moon.
Dead ass serious. So I'm Sailor Moon. I'm Sailor Moon, bitch. This is what they do. Why? Because Esau's ruling. Ain't that dumb shit that we going on in the kingdom? Yeah, right? I'm glad you brought this piece of you can wrap it up with this one. Let's put it at something. Get yours real quick.
This is Revelation 2. And 26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron, and as a vessel of the potter shall he be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So they pretty much, as I can be going into, tying back into that Isaiah, you know, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shah's kingdom, we're going to rule over these heathens and give them purpose. They don't understand the law, statutes, and commandments, and if they don't abide to them, you know, we come in to rule with a rod of iron.
I guess to back you up, man. Hey, Lord willing, like I said, that's of us, man. Because again, what are we trying to be? Kings and priests. You know what I mean? Yep. Because the Lord is training us, like I said, for us, like I said, the prep, like I said, the actual destination, man. You know? You don't see, like I said, you don't see Jake out here, like I said, professing the name of the Lord, his laws, his commandments, man. You know? That's us doing that, man. So, like I said, Lord willing, like I said, continue to train. Go on see what looks like. This brother right here, it's a deserve, like I said, that basically that position, man. You know, to what govern the government people in that nation, also the nations, man. And like I said, to be part of that table, first fruits. That's us, man. One time, like I said, doing special events. Only, like I said, the elect of the Lord is going to be right there, like I said, discussing on the table with Yahweh Shem Shah, on that chicken, man. I mean, for our plans, basically, man. You know, about what should, like I said, who should set up this one, you know, this one, and govern this, you know, yada, you know, that.
He's in charge of work. You see that the king's there?
Yes.
Like when you go back to King Solomon, it said he set up certain men over hundreds, another man over thousands, another man over tens of thousands. And man, you know, that's how it's going to be. We'll be order in the kingdom too for you niggas that hate it. We're going to be answering the brothers that's with us.
Going back to Isaiah chapter 49, verse 25, it says, "But thus saith the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him."
So he just said it. He just answered the question, right? He said that the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. Go ahead.
And it says, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him contendeth with thee.
Yeah, he said, I will contend with them that contendeth with thee. That lines up with Joel the 3rd chapter. will plead with you for my people that you brought into captivity. He gonna fight with you, continuing to fight. They fought with you. Now I'm gonna fight. I'm stepping in. Father, big bro, stepping in. All before all but Yahweh. Big bro Yahweh shall we fight for them. That's really the elect. We the only ones begging for mercy. The rest of y'all badass kids. Y'all the bad children. You know, go ahead on.
And I will save thy children, and I will feed them that oppress thee with thy own flesh, and I will and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as
since ye have not hated blood, blood shall pursue you. The Lord speaking to you.
done. As with sweet wine, and all flesh shall know that I am the Lord, thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
Oh,
So again, the point of the last verse, like I said, basically, like I said, the Lord gonna avenge us, man. You know, like I said, avenge us. Like I said, our nation, man. You know, like I said, avenge a nation. Like I said, against who? Esau and these other nations, man. Because what they gotta pay, man. You know, you know, like I said before, like I said, all these nations are donating for Ukraine, but meanwhile, like I said, but meanwhile, though, nobody gives a damn about us. Like I stated earlier, man. You know, we have suffered the worst atrocities of basically humankind, man. You know what I mean? You mean? It's like ever since, like I said, we came to the shores of America, man. You know, and what happened? They looked and stood by and didn't do anything.
Yeah, Anne Frank gets a Netflix special. But all the little Judite chicks and Native American chicks and Hispanic chicks, how their stories being told. Right? And Frank get a Netflix special, but how the stories of the young daughters of Yahshua, how their stories been told about their rape. How many rapes they went through, how many children they lost, how much suffering they lost.
They're trying to make it to where you can't even bring up slavery. That's what they're trying to do now.
They gave Pocahontas a story and they made it seem like it's a love story.
Yeah.
You people are out of your fucking mind, man.
And that's why the Lord is judging these nations right now, man.
I think I can dance
you
a baby right now. At least break a foot. Go ahead, close out.
One last thing, you mean that's what the Lord judging these nations now, man. You know, doesn't matter if it's Ukraine or not. Like I said, they eat them at the end of the day, man. You know, like I said, hey, the scripture says, like I said, take those deeds and how shall his kingdom stand, man. So again, like I said, it's the Lord that's doing this, man, because what they gotta pay for what they done, man. You know, which is beautiful, man. So again, like I said, we don't give a damn about Ukraine, man, at the end of the day, man. You know? All these other nations, man. Like I said, right now, like I said, we're concerned about, like I said, the elect and the ones that weren't here, man. So when they call the elect, and so
we get a new earth. We don't care about this earth. We get a new earth, a new heaven. Let this bitch burn. Go ahead, man.
So with that, hope you brothers edified. It's a beautiful lesson as always. And of course, first and foremost, of course, we give all praises, glory, and honor be to Yahweh. Also, we say double honor to the elders of great millstone of the world. We teach us the truth. And of course, peace and blessings and salutations to you. I command that it's supposed to be the truth. We have the full preserves to the best of their ability. Scatter the four corners of the earth. Then we say shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.